This is the X&C Podcast, your Xbox newscast, featuring Colteastwood and Gaz, hosting industry interviews and gaming talk live on YouTube every Monday night at 5 p.m. on the West Coast, 8 p.m. on the East Coast. For all of you listening around the world, X&C Podcast is available on demand on Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. Welcome to the show. Join the chat, hit the like button, and let's get into this week's topics with the Xbox Newscast. After 17 long months of no AAA games, Xbox is about to bring it. Welcome to the X&C Podcast.
Welcome to the XNC!
Welcome to the X&C Podcast pre-game show for the Xbox Developer Direct. Yeah, that's what it's called. Guess how are you today? I'm super nervous. We've been waiting a long time for this.
Why are you nervous? The show or the showcase being good or what are you worried about?
A W.
Woosa. We do need a W. I don't know if look, we're so starved. We'll get expectations in check. Today we get, in half an hour or so, we get release dates. Better get release dates. Release dates for Forza and Redfall. More gameplay so we can stop using the same clips all the time. It's so good. Oh, we're gonna see and Minecraft. No, I really want to see this Jet Set Radio game as well. But it's You asked the question, which one are you more excited about, Redfall or Forza? And
I don't think I even asked anything. You're just going off.
I don't know. I'm nervous too. I'm just excited. I love this kind of stuff. The events are big. Can you imagine what I'm like at E3? I'm going to be an absolute menace. It's just going to be crazy. In-person event. This is big. This is chat. What do you want me to say, chat?
Well, do you guys want the good news or the bad news before we get into the pre-show discussion about what's going to happen in the next 30 minutes, huh? What do you want first? Chat, let me know. Do you want the good news first or the bad news?
Say bad news. They said bad news.
Okay, the bad news. So I'm hearing that Forza Motorsports being delayed until holiday 2023. But I am also hearing that it's full of crap. So that's pretty nice too.
Oh my god!
I was talking to one of my buddies who gets the inside scoop on information.
Everyone said bad. Everyone literally said bad news.
So
everyone's having bad. That goes to show, just get it out of the way now. Give us the good news.
Tweet it out first so we can sit back and relax and enjoy the show. So I'm hearing from a source that's really unreliable and has never gotten anything right. And no, it's not who you think it is.
Special Nick. He got something right.
He did.
Everyone celebrate. Special Nick finally got something right. It was the golden eye, which I'm sure you can just stick around and find out.
Yeah. How about that? That's Monkey Biscuits goes, you suck, Colt. This actually happened last night. I was talking to one of my really good friends, and he's like, Colt, this is what I'm hearing. And then he just lays it out there and he says, Forza Motorsports being delayed a few months past June or something. And I'm like, no. And he goes, yeah, but we're pretty sure it's bullcrap. It comes from a guy who's never gotten anything right. Nobody in the circles of sourcefulness and insiderness believe it. So we talked for quite a bit at length about Forza Motorsport and how, we're going to see gameplay. And it's so funny. My work is trying to get me in a meeting right now. And I took the day off. Anyway,
wow.
That I can't even think. What was I saying? That Forza Motorsport is definitely, it's supposed to be coming before June. It's just a matter of when that release date is. So let's talk about, Gaz, what you expect to see with Forza Motorsport for today. What do you think they're going to do?
So the interesting thing is they've got that hour show tomorrow. So I'm that kind of threw me off a little bit. There's so much they can show here. The big question mark is stuff on the ray tracing in game, right? So
Yeah.
if they show that in racing, like if someone's playing it and you can see the real time reflections and all at 60, magic. This is I was saying this on Go Live on Saturday, where I think a lot of people generally are more excited about Redfall because it's a new IP and it's shooter, it's more mass market appeal. But Forza will kill a lot of narratives if it shows well, like it did before, because of the power thing. Because, it's been 2 years, power. And Turn 10 are wizards. You're going to see the proper, finally. This is the first game that will really show the power of the Series X.
Finally.
Potentially.
Yeah.
So I'm more I'm choking. I'm more excited about Forza. Let me drink this water. It's not my birthday, Dick.
I'm so excited. I'm thirsty. We're thirsty out here.
We're thirsty. We are thirsty. So I'm
Dick
excited to see Forza.
Wingback drops a 179-pound super and says, "Happy birthday, guys."
Thank you. The joke's expired. I need new sound effects. Whoever said that in chat, you're right. Yeah. For me, I just want to see, as a content creator, more from Forza. I slept on the last one. Now I'm really excited. This is can I just small tangent to Halo? Not in a bad way, but see, this is the utility in letting a game rest a bit. Give it breathing space. And I think with Halo, just let the single player just rest then if you're not the studio's in turmoil. And then like few years, Halo The Endless comes out in 5 years. Fine. And that's why Forza, I'm hyped about Motorsport when normally I care about Horizon series. And I'm genuinely excited. So yeah, for me it's Forza over Redfall. But Redfall, I'm intrigued to see what we heard in the interview translate into more fleshed out gameplay.
Yeah, the team has been putting out 5 days, 4 days, 3 days, 2 days. They've been putting out these little vignette clips on social media hyping up the reveal of the gameplay. So I think what we're going to see, guys, because 3 weeks ago you and I we think they're great videos on what Redfall is going to be based on those interviews. And I think they're ready to show us what it's going to be like to be in the world and approach the game. Because right now it's like, they say it's like Far Cry. They say it's like got Diablo-esque level and loot systems. And we get all super excited. But I don't know how the game really, truly feels to be in that world. So we're going to be seeing that. Somebody in the chat was saying, who was it? It was a green name here. Green letter. Well, I want to get it because I want to. Here it is. Christopher K says ray tracing is overrated. But when you're talking about Forza Motorsport, I really feel like we've yet to see mind-bending ray tracing. But it's always been at 30. So I think ray tracing can finally be actually enjoyed if you don't have to take the compromise of 30 frames, guys. You said early on the show that Forza has the chance to prove that the Series X can do what they said it's going to do. So are we going to see are we going to be proved right that ray tracing is in fact at high resolution at 60 frames on Forza Motorsport?
I think is even still, in terms of point scoring, Forza will get it for doing ray tracing at 30. Problem is, you can't really play seriously a motorsport game at 30 with ray tracing. It will still be a win. It'll be a W, but it's dampened significantly because of that. So if it does 4K, not 4K, forget resolution. Just needs to perform 60 with ray tracing, then that could be immense. So Cole, please let Rand in. Rand's got a camera. Where's Rand?
Yeah, Rand had a camera. Maybe we'll bring Rand in when we're just have the stream up and he can chat with us. Because we're going to be live streaming the showcase, but we'll be keeping our comments to a minimum. It'll be full screen on the developer showcase. So
Fonz in. Fawns and Rams. That'd be fun. 4 of us. This would be like party chat with the peoples.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll get them in there if I can get that figured out while we're doing the show. So Forza Motorsports never used a dynamic resolution, guys, ever. Forza 5 and 6 were both 1080p locked at 60, and this one, Forza 7 was native 4K at 60. I don't think the resolution dropped at all. I don't think they used dynamic resolution scaling, but I think they probably will in this one with the ray tracing mode.
They do. Digital Foundry confirmed it in their breakdown of the demo. They were using dynamic res. So yeah, absolutely. You will definitely have dynamic res. You won't have there's no way. There's no way unless it's, I don't know, quality mode. No one cares about res. Forget res. It's all about frame rate this gen. I've heard it loud and clear. We've seen it hit you. I've been quite vehemently about frame rate with Starfield. So give us that. No one cares about dynamic res. I mean, Forspoken at 720p people on performance mode. I really need new sound effects. I love that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have to remind people that Forza 7 runs at native 4K, 60 frames at high PC settings on an Xbox One X with a Jag core. That thing is super old. Even at the time, it was kind of an old machine compared to desktop PC. So I'm expecting good things. Let's talk about, since we don't have a lot of time before the show goes, we have about 20 minutes before the show starts. Let's talk briefly about Minecraft Legends, because I want to know if anybody's like kind of got their ears pointed up a little bit about it. Guess you and I don't play Minecraft, but what's your opinion on Minecraft Legends?
I make fun of Minecraft, but I don't think a lot of people. I just haven't tried it, so it doesn't really appeal to me.
I've got a dirty thumb.
What are you doing?
That's from
Charlie.
Mommy. It's from Robin Hood and Disney, the lion, the Prince John. He's like, I've got a dirty thumb. Little babies playing Minecraft.
He's lost his mind. Good luck, people. The stream's not going to work. Yeah. So, can you explain to our lovely viewers, 1,000 people watching? Yeah. What are we? What's the format? So, I don't even know. This is
what's
very
the format for the show?
So, like, what are we gonna do? We're gonna just be quiet, or we'll minimize talking.
We will be in the background, just mics only, full screen with the stream going. If you want to stick around for that, which I think it'd be fun because we'll have some good things to say. But we got to make sure we don't step on developers talking or cool parts of the show. Obviously, because you and I could just. So we're gonna kind of just chill and keep an eye on the chat, and we're all gonna be seeing it together. Gaz didn't get a preview of end of this, so he doesn't know what's happening.
Elliot, sorry, it's so annoying because everyone is like, "Is it its birthday? Oh, happy birthday, Gaz!" The innocent person gets murked, and I'm like, "No, it's not my birthday. Don't stop doing that. You expect a full auto tune? Let's just do a song, Paris Lily. You're gonna get the kicked out of you."
Hey. Paris goes, "Hey Gaz, why didn't you tweet about the Xbox financials? That was hilarious last night."
When people in chat don't know Twitterverse, we always beast it. Some guy was like, "Why don't you?" He's a PlayStation guy. "Why don't you tweet about Xbox financials?" Which is actually a really good topic. We'll talk about it later. Not today is not the day for that. We'll talk about X and C or go live. We've got to talk about
what is there to say? And they had almost no games for an entire year. How are they going to sell consoles? And I don't even know how Game Pass grew. Honestly, like, what is there to say? The funny thing was the news broke 2-3 o'clock or something for me, and I was sitting here playing games. I'm like, I wasn't on Twitter, but. Of course, we'll talk about it, but let's talk about, we got Detective Seeds who messaged me before the show. He says, thank you for the 10. He says, I want to see more on Redfall, like in depth, like what I have seen other than there is no progression save if you're playing with a bud. That abscess is not good in a co-op game. Gaz, do you think that Arcane will, take a couple of weeks to patch that away? The no co-op, I mean, Halo doesn't do it.
What do you mean? The progression?
If I play with you for like 2 hours and then I go back to my game, my character didn't progress because I have to have a bespoke character for your session. If I'm explaining that correctly.
Not patching that. Nah, they're not going to patch that. That's a fundamental game design thing that they would need to change. I don't think it will matter that. I'm not trying to downplay it, because we talked about this a long time ago, and my disappointment about your disappointment, but our disappointment about it. But this is a drop in and drop out game. It's going to be like that. Progression, lack of progression on the face of it is bad. There's no way to style it out, in my opinion. But I think the game depends on how the game implements it. But if it's still fun, the moment-to-moment gameplay is fun, then I think if that's enough to detract from that, then it's okay. Same like Halo Infinite. We were just doing the co-op just before we joined the show.
Yeah.
Shout out Megatron. Didn't bother. It was a bit annoying. I was like, oh, where do we start off? Didn't we just finish this boss already, the first boss? So there's that.
Yeah.
But and the moment-to-moment gameplay is so much fun.
I didn't catch the boss's name because we took him out in like 1 minute on Legendary.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy on Legendary.
Let me grab a super here from Moby. Moby sent me a message on Xbox while we were getting everything set up. He goes, XC, let's go. Everybody hit that like button. I haven't asked, but if you're in a good mood and you think Xbox is going to bring the W and have a good show and make a fun 35 to 40 minute show, hit the like button for us. We appreciate it. Dusty Patterson with the super, thank you so much. Also channel member, pretty new channel member, says, I'm not smart like Colt. Yeah, right. And didn't take the day off. Lunch is almost over. Just wanted to say you guys rock. Enjoy the show. Have a great day. Thank you, Dusty. Like, seriously, they buzzed my phone and in my ear on Teams meeting trying to get me to join the Teams meeting. I'm like, I quit. I'm going. No, I'm sorry. I was like, oh my gosh, I couldn't think straight. Let's talk about, we've got a couple other surprises. Let's talk about a couple small surprises. I'm hearing there's going to be a couple little Game Pass announcements that we're going to hear. Gaz,
really?
What have you heard? What Game Pass drops or stealth drops or announcements? What do you think's happening?
GoldenEye? No, that's announced. What? I have not heard anything. You didn't tell me. We've just woken up and had this show.
I'm like, yes.
We've woken up together. Yes. Don't tell your wife.
A part of me did like wish that I was sitting here waiting for you to join the Discord and you just came in the door and like, I haven't talked to you all day because I flew in from London, and like we would sit here at the show. Do the show live. That'd be in person. That'd be amazing.
Oh, that'd be amazing. That would be amazing. I'd love to do that.
So surprise me one of these days with that, and we'll do XC. Like, we'll be like, there's only room for us to barely be in here shoulder to shoulder to get on camera, but it'd be fun.
I mean, GoldenEye's coming in 2 days. Shout out to the people who played GoldenEye. That's going to be a game like you said on Twitter. People play for 5 minutes and like, nostalgia, and then stop playing. And I agree, most people will probably play it and say,
how long is the
now.
Golden? Colt sleeping with the sauce. How old is the GoldenEye campaign, do you guys think? Because remember, games used to be over in like 2 hours on the Super Nintendo days. And
no, it's long, man.
Was it long?
Long campaign. There's loads of levels. That's why it's really good. There's loads of levels. And if you want to get double agent, it's long. You have to do some stuff. And that's why I'm going to play it. Double agent won't mean anything to you. It's like the hardest difficulty. Then you can access these 2 secret levels at the end, and they're not easy, man. Like Jaws just getting shot up in the face, but you got double Moonrakers shooting him. This is gonna sound like Chinese to you, but really, it is going to be amazing. For me,
people forget,
a lot of people nostalgia. Yeah, but. Like for you never played GoldenEye. You were like, "What the hell is this?" But
I mean, I played it a lot, but people
you
forgot
played
that.
It.
People forgot you don't strafe and aim. Like the gun is on a pivot down at the bottom of the screen, and you swing it around.
Haven't they upgraded that? I swear they said they've updated that.
They said they updated the control scheme, but I would be curious to see how that feels because I think Perfect Dark Zero also, or the first Perfect Dark plays a lot like GoldenEye because it was like based off that foundation. But we're not going to spoil some of the surprises. I want to be very vague. And one of the surprises that I want to,
Have you heard something? Will there be surprises?
One of the logos for a small game leaked yesterday, which I won't bring up because I've talked about it in a video like 3 weeks ago. So I won't spoil it for those who are like really excited to just be, surprised. The ZeniMax Elder Scrolls Online expanded DLC that they're announcing today. The name of it got leaked last night with a logo, and I also looked at it so briefly I don't even remember the name of it, so I don't even need to worry about spoiling it. So that's like where we are a day before the event. A lot of things are kind of...
I mean, are you expecting a surprise? This is developer direct.
I'm expecting small little surprises. I think what Xbox wanted to do is say, here's the 4 games, and then these little like things.
That's good.
Maybe they meant to bring up GoldenEye. Your camera went off, but I'm sure you know that.
I turned it off because I was just wiping my nose. No one wants to see me go with my tissues. That's just weird. Thanks for bringing that up when I told everyone what I was doing.
Yeah.
You want to see my feet? No.
I am also not wearing socks
How many
right
minutes left? I got 9 minutes, people. 9 minutes.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Minecraft Legends, Forza, and Redfall, and then ZeniMax or Elder Scrolls. So I think ZeniMax has probably 2 things to show. So I'm interested. Somebody said that they were upgrading or that they had upgraded Elder Scrolls Online. It looks a lot better, but I've yet to see that. Like, is that who in here plays Elder Scrolls Online, frequently or at least recently?
No, my friends are playing it quite a lot. He's a PlayStation guy.
1,300 people watching.
1,300 people watch it. Thinking, what's his name? Captain Takashi in the chat said something I thought that would be quite good. Like, we might get, or should announce, the next possible Starfield preview date, like for the next event.
Let's talk about that for a minute. You and I were talking on X&C on Monday, and now it's only been 2 days since we did the show, if you can believe it or not. And Nate says, I came here to stop you hating on GoldenEye. I'm not hating on it. I'm being completely honest that I'll probably play it for a few minutes, and I'll probably just like turn it off and go, well, that didn't feel as exciting as it used to. But I also could say, what if I'm hanging out in a party and I just tear through the campaign and the achievements are popping? I'm like, you know what? Let's do this. And then I'll say, hey, I was wrong. I enjoyed it. But I can say whatever I want. You guys are going to love the game. You're going to have a great time playing it. So I know that because the game's, it's a 96 Metacritic, Gaz. Did you see my tweet this morning? You think it's going to be a 96? No. GoldenEye is a 96 Metacritic. Oh, yeah. And at the top of the Metacritic page was a huge Forspoken ad, and it said 66 Metacritic.
Well, you're petty man. How dare you? How dare you talk about Full Broken while we're just about to go like, oh, it's how many times? 7 minutes. 7 minutes. What up, Cole? Again, Alex, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm excited. I'm not nervous. It's more excitement. It's like, I'm not Microsoft. Colt is. But I'm excited. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, I mean,
these events are more fun than some other than the discourse around it. I just love it. This is the thing I get excited about. Today?
Aaron said, no hosts, just developers and their games.
It's like they know now. They're like no Paris. Lily. No, he's joking.
No Colteastwood driving all the way to Seattle to get a hosting job and being turned down. Everyone's like, I know you're gonna host the E3 event. I'm like, yeah, right. Yeah, they're gonna have me of all people over here bashing GoldenEye. Tell people not to play it. Yeah. Detective C says, get the likes up to 500. That'd be amazing. I don't know what you do with 500 likes. I put them in a sock drawer and say, that was a great day we had over there. But no, we're really glad. Chat, let us know. I hate this, but I'm going to say it anyway because other people like to score. Right in the chat, out of 10, 1 through 10, 10 being the most mind-blowing event, what do you think this event is going to be? I'll even write it in the chat. I think it's going to be a solid... because I think we're going to get all the gameplay, and I think we're going to get all the release dates. I think it's going to be a good 8 out of 10. I think some of the interviews, like developers talking isn't the most exciting, but the gameplay is going to look great. Let me read to you the actual description of Forza I said on Monday.
1499 viewers. Oh,
Holy
why
crap!
is it stuck
Really?
on one? Yeah. What did you say to chat? That they're spamming numbers? The score for
What
the
were you
game?
doing? I said 1 out of 10. 10 being your face flew off, smacked against the wall, and slid down into your shoes. What is the score you're going to give the showcase today? What do you think it's going to be? Lots of 8s, lots of 7s. Killer B says 1. He's having a bad day. He wrote 1 again. Killer B wrote 1 again. Killer B.
He's a PlayStation guy. He keeps having 1. He's one of those.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the streams. We have shout out to 1,540 pesos. Oh,
T-minus. Oh my gosh.
I was going super sad.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounded sick enough, dude.
I'm giving it 8 Colts out of Colteastwood. Oh my gosh. You about passed out when you were screaming like that. And I didn't have the light.
To it back in auto-tune. I didn't realize it was an auto-tune. It sounded sick.
I'm looking at the playback and it looked like you're about to like birth a demon out of your throat.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
So yeah.
4 minutes.
4 minutes to go.
1600. If it hits 1600, I'm going Super Saiyan again. Every time it hits 100, I'm gonna go Super Saiyan. Unless it's in the middle of the show.
All right, we're dropping down as people get ready for the show.
1249.
Yeah. Everyone's getting ready for the show. I'm super excited. What else? I think. So, there was one more thing.
Guys with ADHD just talking over each other like, oh,
there's one thing, guys. As we go into the show, I got to tell you that the developer direct says we can't wait to show you gameplay for the games that are coming out in the next few months. So that's what I want to. That's what I want to go into this show. Gaz, what does few months mean to you? What is the definition of a few months?
Of what? What's the context? I have ADHD.
Says you lost 300 viewers after Gaz's screen.
Oh my god! Like the chat's gone to 200 now.
Yeah, they're going to watch the show. Like, yeah.
What? 1,200 people? 1,400 people dropped out. We're gonna what? What? No way. Something's wrong here. Okay, now
Andy Hart said, "Did you miss my super chat?" Let me look here. How much time do we have left?
We have 3 minutes.
Okay. Let me
That's
make
gone
sure.
up to 600. What's going on? I have no idea anymore. I'm not going Super Saiyan on fake numbers. Come on, man.
Andy Hart has a super says, how do I look at the whole thing? Shoot. I'll see all. I'm sorry, Andy. Let me get it. He says, thank you for the super. GBP 5-pound super. He says, really looking forward to seeing Forza Motorsport. Also just pre-ordered Dead Space for Series X. Also off topic, will either of you be getting a PSVR?
GBP. Why did you read out that way?
That's just how it was written.
Great British pounds.
What's the G stand for?
PSVR. Great British pounds. I will get PSVR, but I'm waiting on Acer's confirmation on how good it is.
The stream like crashed.
I booted everyone. Oh, my stream stopped and had to re-enter. What the flip? That's so lame.
Yep. Well, we've got 2 minutes left, and then we will be going to full screen of the developer event and watching it along with you guys. So,
it's got crawling back up. Shout out to Dusty with the $5 super chat. I'm doing your job for you. Booted us, thank you. And pre-authorized transaction for $110 from PayPal. Thank you for the $2 super chat. What a brilliant name. Stream stopped, had to re-enter. Thank you. Wait, his name is pre-authorized transaction for $110.09.
Oh my gosh.
From PayPal.
Yeah, that could be a problem.
Am I reading?
Solisto17 says, thank you for the super. He says, Colt 45 and the Sauce Man are on the case. Let's effing go. And Shooter 2853 says, Australian Day in Australia, so double celebrations. Hope, and it's like 7, 8, or 9 o'clock over there in the morning on a Thursday. Guys, let's get over to the full stream.
Here we go. I promise not to make too much noise. Maybe.
All right. All I have to do is make sure that it is. Would you stop? I have to wait till it comes up, and then I'll go full screen for it.
Go away.
Gaz!
Okay, sorry.
Gaz, can you keep an eye on that? Well, I'll try and keep an eye on chat as well.
You can see chat on
Gaz
the stream.
and I will try and stay fairly behind the scenes during the show. If you end up watching it here, we will have limited stuff. Is it going yet? I got to refresh it.
I mean, no, it's there. You've got the Xbox page, but you can see the chat.
Okay, it looks like it's ready to go.
Yeah. Bionic Wolf, you can suck my. In 1 minute 51, we got loads of time. Oh shit.
Yeah, I've got this thing going on when I'm watching the show in the chat where it just continually drops off of live, and I have to keep hitting the live button to stay up to the moment. So. Okay, what's going on? It's just a black screen.
What happened?
I don't know.
Wait,
there we go.
Hold on.
Is it good?
Wait. What? I'll check that out.
Is it good? I need to know before I move.
It's 1 minute 48. Yeah, you've got the time.
It's on the stream. Okay.
It's working.
Okay. And I need to have the games or the show sound up a little bit. So this sound right here, this music right here, used to run my nerves ragged when I would premiere my videos in 2020. I started premiering a couple of them live, and this countdown music would make me really nervous.
Sean Labrigo's black screen because no games.
It's working now though, right, guys? Because I have the show on full screen for me, so I can see it.
1 minute 10 seconds from where I'm looking at.
Okay.
And I'm going to do a countdown and reverb. Chat. It's going to be great.
Oh gosh.
Did it just go back up? I'll be quiet.
I'll be so quiet. The dulcet sounds of Gaz and Colteastwood. Xbox has no games. I might open the door so I can see.
I sound weird? Okay. Hold on. Let me test it.
You sound normal to me.
Yeah, I sound robotic.
You were on reverb for a second.
No, I sound robotic on the stream. No. It doesn't matter. 20 seconds.
Actually, I think I'm going to keep an eye on that.
I do sound weird in the chat, but I'll be quiet. Let me get out my system.
Yes!
Sorry. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm so nervous.
An erection.
"24 seconds of the actual real part of the show."
Oh my god, that's such a troll.
Yeah. And of course, we will be here for at least about an hour talk post-show. We'll be back on cam, and maybe we'll bring in Rand to chat with us.
Yeah, my voice is coming late. Maybe I'm just behind. I'm going to be quiet.
Okay. Here we go.
He's like, okay, shut up. Here we go.
I'm so nervous. Chris Sasaki. Sorry. Shoot. fucking off with Legends, bro. Can only go up from here, guys.
I'm Dennis Reese, executive
Like
producer
my
of Minecraft Legends. And today, we'd like to give you an insider's look at how we're building the PvP multiplayer experience for the game. Minecraft Legends is a new action strategy game set in a lush, dynamic world. It introduces epic storytelling, and you can form alliances with new and familiar Minecraft mobs to stop the invading piglins.
Minecraft Legends will let you play the story-driven campaign as an online co-op experience together with your friends. And it will also feature a PvP gameplay mode where 2 teams with up to 4 players each works to destroy the opponent's team space. The game will support cross-platform play and online matchmaking.
In order to create the best possible experience, we've partnered with Blackbird Interactive to develop the game. And it's been wonderful to see their commitment and focus on the Minecraft universe.
It's so much fun to be working with Mojang Studios on Minecraft Legends.
Here at Blackbird Interactive, we have a talented team of developers who are using our background in strategy games to bring a new and exciting experience to the Minecraft universe.
We're super excited to share more details about PvP gameplay.
Get him out of here,
There are some really cool features that make PvP unique.
First off, players share their army and resources with their team. This means that individual players aren't able to win on their
Pretty
own.
looking.
They must cooperate to be successful.
Communication is really important, and you can sort of really tell the teams that gel together because they naturally.
The audio is
form roles
weird,
at the
by the
beginning of
way.
game, and as
Apparently,
soon as
the
we
stream
start,
says it sounds
you're off
robotic.
collecting,
I don't know if
I
there's
start
some-
building.
It does.
We have our
Yeah.
favorite roles, but we changed them up.
Also, the world in PvP
It's not
is
my
procedurally
soundboard.
generated, just like
No,
it
that's
is in
probably the
campaign.
stream.
This means
It's the
that
stream,
each
it's
PvP
not me.
session is different than the last.
That it's different every time you play, depending on how the map is generated, where the valleys are, the mountains are, where the secrets are, you know, where the towers are.
In Minecraft Legends,
I mean, this is
piglins are an
Minecraft.
ever-present
Now's
threat.
the time to
This
sort it
includes
out.
PvP.
Yeah.
It could be
Piglins are on their own
doubling
side.
the
Trying
audio.
to kill both of you. at the
Yeah,
same time.
sounds like that. Sounds
So
like
the
it's
opposing
doubling
team
the
is
audio.
not the only thing you need
Maybe
to worry about.
perhaps
Beware
close one
of the
of the sound
piglins.
sources.
In
Yeah, my
PvP,
voice
there's
is
something for
sounding
everyone.
robotic as well.
For
Why
players
would
who want
that
action,
change
you can
now?
go attack the piglins or lay siege to the enemy base.
Think about
Because it's
For players who
streaming
enjoy
both.
exploration, they can search the world to find resources for their team, hidden treasure chests, or
Not
stealth
me,
enables.
chat.
No, it's not gas.
Gathering resources to help the team out, that's super important. But whenever I get into a PvP match, the first thing I try to do is to track down the Regal Tiger. It's my favorite mob to ride because it's really fast, but it's also really cute.
For players who like building, you can spend your time building defenses and upgrading your base, because soon enough your enemy will attack, and you need to be ready.
So the first thing I do when we start is everyone runs off. I open the map, see where the enemy base is. First thing I build is what we call an upgrade tower, where it's a
Does that fix it? I'm going to see if the sound dropped off for the stream. Gaz,
I'm checking. Sounds dropped off now.
it
No
is?
sound.
Okay.
I like to add
No
different
sound?
layers of walls, so my opponents have to find their way through to my base, almost like a maze.
And then once those walls are up, I like to actually hide my ice traps behind them to catch
I still
enemies
sound like a
off guard.
robot.
When it comes time to finally take out the other team, my favorite strategy is to make a forward camp just outside the enemy base. Then I get the biggest, strongest mobs I can as fast as I can and start sending them in. Then I can smash down the walls, take out their mobs, and claim victory.
The real fun of PvP is creating a strategy, having a game plan, deciding how you think you're going to crush the enemy, and then all of a sudden the hosts tell you,
The opposing team just built a redstone launcher.
and you're like, I can't do my attack now. I've got to like build an anti-siege tower, which is an anti-air tower, to stop the redstone launchers. You just have to be constantly changing your tactics. And sometimes you like have no idea what they're doing, and then you certainly find out very quickly.
Resources, or do I go? A while back, we had somebody on our dev team use a strategy where they built a bunch of what are called plank golems, which are archers. So they're very weak, but they do a high amount of damage. And he had 40 of them, and he just ran through our base, ran around our tower, and took out our entire tower with such a simple strategy.
And that's why we still love playing it every day, because every game is different. You never know what's going to happen.
Colt, there's no visuals. It's black screen.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Is it back now?
This is delayed. Let's see. It's back.
Okay. I might have turned off I turned off your mic because it is capturing two things at once.
So that's good. They can't hear me.
They can't hear you right now, I don't think. That's what's happening. Is your Discord audio is also the desktop audio, so it was doing it twice.
Ah, that's why.
Mm-hmm. So
They can hear me.
they can?
Yeah.
Is it doubled still? Now it should sound better. Let me check.
Oh, but it sounds good though.
Okay, good. Sorry about that, guys. This is my first time doing this. Oh, here we go.
Hi everyone, I'm Chris Sasaki, and welcome to Turn 10 Studios. The team is hard at work bringing you the next generation of Forza Motorsport, built from the ground up to take advantage of the Xbox Series consoles. This is the most technically advanced racing game ever made. Today, I'm joined by some of our amazing team members to show you how we are making it look real, sound real, and feel real. This is Forza Motorsport.
At launch, Forza Motorsport features over 500 cars for you to collect, race, and customize with more than 800 unique upgrades. This includes over 100 new to Motorsport cars, and the most modern
Look at
race
that
cars
game,
ever
people!
featured on our roster.
Looks great.
Racing is violent.
So
it's a battle on a racetrack. The advancements in our physics model are greater than Forza Motorsport 5, 6, and 7 combined. This makes our driving experience more fun and rewarding.
Looks like
in
a
the way the car accelerates,
TV broadcast.
and brakes. Our materials
Jesus.
and shaders are built from the ground up at higher resolutions and optimized for a cutting-edge ray tracing experience. Our paints are sourced using a spectrophotometer to capture multiple data points of light behavior on a surface.
Oh
This
my
yields a paint model
gosh.
that has a much more realistic
Game is gonna
light
kick the
response across
shit out
color,
everything.
metal
Sorry.
flake, and gloss. Damage and dirt buildup is unique to each car. It's now contextually aware and more localized. We simulate paint thickness, chipping, and directionality. Dirt accumulation is more realistic, gathering more in the low-pressure areas like
Jesus,
recesses
look at this,
and
man.
alcoves. These innovations tell the story of the work you put into a race and reflects the marks and battle scars of motorsport.
This is our best sounding Forza Motorsport ever, and the first to be mixed natively for immersive audio formats like Windows Sonic and Dolby Atmos.
That's insane.
To create an immersive soundscape, each audio system has been rebuilt from the ground up to deliver a new level of sonic depth and authenticity for our players. Modifying car parts like your exhaust and turbo change the car sounds in Forza Motorsport.
Are you hearing
just
this?
like it would in the real world. Every car now has a variety of sound possibilities based on
The
parts of
sound
song.
design has gone to
Hardware accelerated
another
audio
level.
reverb
Another
accurately
level.
reproduces how sounds in
Like
Forza
granular
interact
levels
within
of
an acoustic space, dynamically adapting to its surroundings and creating a realistic and detailed soundscape.
3D audio, basically. Look at that. Look at that Corvette.
New features like our regional track announcer system and improved tire and suspension audio
Regional
bring
track
a new
announcers?
level of realism to the game.
That's something they haven't done.
Like never before. Every tire squeal, every engine, lap after lap.
Looks like real footage. And we're watching it on a low bitrate stream.
Forza Motorsport launches with 20 environments
Crazy.
built from the ground up for this generation.
This game is crazy.
20
You'll get
tracks.
to race on iconic fan favorites,
20 tracks?
as
Good.
well as 5 all new to
That's
Motorsport
good.
locations, including our first in South Africa. Kyalami.
Usually they have like 10 or 12 main
We capture
tracks.
our environments to an incredible level of detail.
Look at the
It's a track. Our team comes back with over 3 terabytes of highly detailed photogrammetry.
3D
and laser
Spectre
scanning.
is.
Through the power of the Xbox Series consoles, we're able to use this data to draw up to 10 times more detail than previous generations. You'll see lush trees,
Fully
dense
done.
grass
Oh my
and overgrowth vegetation, animated track life, physically based lighting and volumetric fog effects, and a fully procedural cloud system that evolves organically.
Oh my
Tracks
gosh.
look alive,
It's such a label of
sound
love.
alive, and feel alive with cutting-edge visuals and crowds consisting of tens of thousands of fully animated 3D spectators.
I'm naked again.
So you're always immersed in the pure spectacle of racing. For the first time in Forza
Look at that
Motorsport,
night.
fully
What?
dynamic time of day with weather ensures a constantly evolving racing experience where no 2 laps ever look the same. Meanwhile, dynamic track temperatures, wet driving surfaces, and rubbering in ensure that no 2 laps ever play the same.
Good.
I love the detail our talented team of artists have built into Kyalami. Fast forward to night, and the vista is truly breathtaking. You can see the distant light glows of the city, a beautiful visual touch. Even the Kyalami logo itself creates visual impact every time you see
Oh
it,
my
thanks to ray
God.
traced global illumination, which simulates how hundreds of thousands of light rays accumulate color as they bounce between surfaces. We're rendering all our environments in 4K at 60 FPS with real-time ray tracing on track to create true-to-life reflections on all smooth mirror and flat glass surfaces. With the incredible detail and rendering features of our track environments, Forza Motorsport is truly a generational leap ahead with unmatched visual fidelity and authenticity.
Forza Motorsport is back, and it's our most comprehensive game ever, with over 500 cars and 20 environments, with more new race cars than ever before.
Rest
You
in
can
peace, Gran
experience all of
Turismo.
this in our incredible new online
Sorry,
racing
Astrid.
mode and in our all-new car building focused
amazing.
single-player career. We cannot wait for you to get your hands on this incredible game.
Oh, they don't have a date for it. It's coming in 2023.
Where's the date?
It's at you're just a bit behind me.
Have you seen this game? Look at this game.
Yep, that's me. And you're probably wondering how I ended up here. Well, it's pretty standard. Check this out.
Bro, this game looks sick.
Yeah.
Music player in my chest.
Holy
It's
shit.
powering up
I'm
my
behind
new
you.
robot arm.
Oh my god.
It's making everything sync up with the beat.
Oh my gosh.
Let's rock. This is awesome.
No. This is amazing.
I know that. Want to make us an evil within? Tango game what?
What in the hell am I looking at?
The name's Chai.
Oh, Hi-Fi Rush is the right name. Jeez, that game looks amazing.
We'll take down this
Become
company.
like,
One boss at a time.
There you go. Yeah.
Just so you know, they're insane.
Look at that, just Jet Set Radio vibe.
Ready for more?
Profession, rock star.
Bro.
Future.
That's why you get Japanese developers, man. Look at this.
That's better than I thought it was going to be.
I'm Shinji
I know.
Mikami, studio head at Tang Gameworks. Thank you for all your support over the years.
And I'm John Johannes, director on Hi-Fi Rush.
Chill out. It'll be fine.
Sunset, bro. Jet Set.
Sunset and Jet Set had a baby and it's this game, Hi-Fi Rush. What are you talking about? I am naked again. Okay.
So everyone thinks of us as putting out horror games like The Evil Within or spooky games like Ghostwire Tokyo. But this is clearly something totally different. And if this game hasn't already leaked, fingers crossed, we hope it's a pleasant surprise.
Let's have some fun.
まあ僕はね、本当
Your
に
character walks about
新し
as
いものを見
fast as the
て
Sunset character as well.
未だにワクワ
Like
クして
pretty slow.
Look at that rhythm-based action.
So
That's so good. See,
So we've been waiting for this for a long time.
yeah, okay,
So
so
let's
I-
jump in and explain exactly what Hi-Fi Rush is.
oh, okay. So no, that's clever. That's like the other game. What was that game? The first-person shooter. This game's
Hi-Fi
style
Rush
is
is a rhythm
amazing.
action game, so it's a bit of a twist on your traditional action. Here, your moves and attacks help create a living soundtrack. That means all your
Look at
flashy
this
moves,
badge.
stylish and devastating combos add a layer
Amazing.
to the music.
Wait,
The more
moves
you
is a
flow
bit
with the
weird,
beat,
though. He's really
the better
slow.
you can connect your
He's
attacks and
taking a shit in his
abilities.
pants. Sorry.
You are in total control during combat, but everything you do syncs up like an awesome music video. That's Hi-Fi Rush.
Scott, it's oozing style.
You play as
good.
Chai, a wannabe
you know,
rock
it's
star,
not just cel
victim of a
shaded and it's
weird
adopted
corporate
look.
experiment
The
that
characters-
lets you
Is it
sense
open
the
world,
rhythm of
guys?
the entire world pulsing
know.
to the game soundtrack.
Look at him snapping. I'm behind you, I think, in the stream.
As you can see, the beat moves the world around you,
Even
and is
walks
the
to
key
the
to
beat.
combat.
You looking for me?
Your attacks will automatically sync to land on the beat, making Hi-Fi Rush a super easy game to start playing. However, attacking on the beat leads to combos that end with a musical countdown we call a beat hit. Think a big cymbal crash at the end of a drum solo, like this. Landing beat hits unleash a combo finish that adds unique musical flair and high damage attacks.
And the crowd goes wild.
Oh, bro, this is open world. This is like Sunset Overdrive plus. Oh my day. This is my game of the show already. You don't understand.
Anyone see the guy
Oh,
that
what's
did
the
this?
traversal like?
Oh, this is so good.
How about we see it all in action?
I was not expecting
Xbox
this.
needed something like this. They don't have anything like this. Except for
I
Sunset.
know.
Yeah. If you can get outfits, I'm gonna be even more excited.
Yeah, that's a good challenge.
You're never
Bro.
restrained by the music. You can jump, dodge, parry, and attack whenever you want, using whatever attacks you want. It's not about mashing buttons. The key
Even
here
that
is
goes to the
feeling the
beat.
beat.
That's genius.
I have a huge smile on my face right now.
I know. See, Jet Set Radio. Great. The whole world in
Your progress isn't blocked by missing the beat, but you get rewarded musically and mechanically for staying in rhythm. When we say everything moves to the beat, we mean it. Enemy attacks,
Chat's
Gonna have
loving
a
it,
lot
bro.
of
They're
skill
loving
in
this
Japan.
game.
dangerous obstacles,
Even the official
you
Xbox
name
chat
it.
is like, yo.
It all syncs to the music, creating an ongoing
and-
jam session
yeah.
of a game.
Holy Hi-Fi Rush.
To help out is 808. Your robot cat companion
808?
literally
That's so
hovers over
funny.
your shoulder and helps you find that rhythm. But we
Uses
also
the
have
bass
visual
drum.
guides to help you even more. We want you to be able to enjoy Hi-Fi Rush, whether you're a rhythm pro or not.
I look so cool doing this.
Chai also gets by with a little help from his friends. Literally.
What are you seeing right
Get
now,
up,
guys?
slacker. We've got work to do.
So
Chai will
he's
team up
his
with unlikely
co-op
allies
partner.
to expand his
Okay,
repertoire
okay.
of moves both in and out of combat. There's Peppermint breaking barriers and
Co-op?
juggling enemies, along with
That
Macaron
co-op?
smashing enemy armor and knocking back enemies.
Co-op?
Tag teaming
way.
with Chai's partners and attacks
No.
opens up huge possibilities for dynamic
Hold on, I'm not
combos
sure.
and over-the-top action.
That's not bad.
Someone say this looks generic.
The extra help
Are
is
you-
handy, because when
It
you're
looks
not fighting,
incredible.
you're going to be running around and wreaking havoc all over Vandelay's corporate headquarters, where everything is
What are
trying to
you
take you
talking
down.
about,
You
chat?
and your
This
partners
is
have a
amazing.
singular goal in
not
mind,
chat. My one guy.
taking down the
Well,
bosses
shout
of
out to
Vandelay
1,700
Technologies.
people. Watch it.
Besides wanting to erase Chai for being a defect, it seems they've got something a little bit more sinister on their corporate agenda. You'll fight through each department to take them all on, each level with their own musical spin on the rock genre. And then we have a showdown.
So let's get ready to crumble.
Boss battles are climactic set pieces, varying from straight-up fights and musical minigames to chase sequences. Custom choreographed to licensed music from amazing artists. Hi-Fi Rush is like nothing we've made at Tango
It's out
before.
today.
And we think it's like nothing you've ever played before either.
Alex was
It's a high-energy, feel-good rhythm action experience that's amazingly satisfying to play.
Whew. Pretty rock star move, Chai.
Tonight, people!
もしね、ハイファイラッシュでお客さんから怖いって言われたら、俺もう死んじゃうかも。まあ他にもびっくりさせることあると思うんだけど、例えば猫とか撫でれたりするの。
いや、それは当たり前でしょうね。
I'm gonna get fired.
でも、も
No
う一つの
chance.
サプライ
I
ズ
was
は
supposed to
あ
have
りますよ。
work dinner tomorrow. Well, I don't want to
こ
go
れは
to
ジョンの
work.
ゲームだから、ジョンからどうぞ。
So, not only are we super psyched for you to play this, we're happy to tell you that you can play Hi-Fi Rush tonight. Not a demo, the full game.
Oh my god, we're gonna play this today, bro!
It launches on Xbox and PC a few hours after the show, and yes, it'll be on Game Pass as well.
We hope you enjoy playing it.
Yeah. What a surprise.
Super psyched.
What a surprise! And this is what I'm talking about, Xbox! Just dropped the first party game from Tango.
You looking for me?
Oh,
Mind if I join?
Exclusive. Today, people!
Doesn't mean I have to fight.
The show's already a 9 for me now. Show me red one! Blow my anus off! Let's go! Let's go!
This is entertaining. You're going out with the trash.
Love the animated.
Here's your
scenes.
Project Armstrong pass. And welcome to Vandalay Campus.
Yes!
Oh, ESO.
Shadow dropped. That's amazing. Here we go. ZeniMax Online.
Oh.
Welcome to Hunt Valley, Maryland, and the headquarters of ZeniMax Online Studios. You just saw a cinematic teaser for the Elder Scrolls Online's next chapter. I'm pleased to reveal ESO Necrom, which will launch in June and is shaping up to be one of the best updates to the game ever. If you watched the teaser closely, you saw that Necrom will include one of the most requested features in ESO, a new playable class called the Arcanist. It's only our third new class since launch, and we know you're going to love it. The Arcanist wields magic influenced by forbidden knowledge and has unique abilities never before seen in this world. Of course, the experience of exploring a new area of Tamriel is the heart of every ESO chapter. Necrom will unfold in Eastern Morrowind, not seen in an Elder Scrolls game since 1994, where you will meet new characters and enemies, reunite with some old friends, and explore a story based around the return of a well-known Daedric prince you just might remember from the Dragonborn Skyrim DLC. For those of you new to ESO, we release a new expansion called a chapter every year.
Oh my
Chapters are
goodness.
essentially standalone games in ESO that let you adventure in a new region of Tamriel. But you don't have to wait for the Necrom chapter to jump in. We've got so many amazing experiences you can enjoy right now.
Bro, this is
If
so
you love
good.
games like
I did
Skyrim
not
and Oblivion,
expect
you'll feel right at home amongst the
Hi-Fi Rush.
thousands of stories unfolding across every region in ESO. And as anyone who's played a classic Elder Scrolls game knows, it's all about those feelings when you're fully immersed in the world. Remember that feeling when you first encountered a dragon? We've got an entire province that's overrun by dragons. Or questioned if you were capable of taking down a frost troll in Skyrim? Try it for yourself in ESO. What about the moment you visited a city in Morrowind that was built inside the shell of a giant crab? For the Oblivion fans out there, how about another chance at taking on the colossal Daedric Prince, Mehrunes Dagon?
I don't care about Elder Scrolls Online.
Just like any single-player Elder Scrolls game, you can have a blast simply by following the main quest line. Or seek out lore and learn more about the world. Become a craftsman. Go fishing. Decorate and furnish your home. Customize your character. Play it like an action RPG. And when you're ready, you can easily engage in one of the best open-world PvP systems. Run Dungeons co-op with your friends for great loot. Or just join a guild to chat with others. The possibilities in this virtual world are endless. New players will immediately feel right at home because our community is one of the most, if not the most, welcoming on the planet. We invite everyone who has not yet experienced ESO to give it a try and create your own stories in our shared
dress
world.
up like an elf and go
There's
to one
no
of those
required
events?
subscription and thousands of hours
And
of content
retrofit
to
my
dig
virginity,
into,
yes.
solo
I will.
or with friends.
So good.
Explore nearly every
So
corner of
good.
Tamriel with no
I'm still
level
like- I'm
restrictions.
still hyped over Hi-Fi
It's
Rush.
magical being able to travel almost anywhere you please from the moment you enter the world. ESO is available on PC and Mac, in addition to previous and current-gen consoles, including a purpose-built next-gen version for the Xbox Series X and S with high-fidelity graphics and enhanced performance modes. An added bonus for Xbox players, it's on Game Pass. And starting today, for a limited time, we're making all past chapters available to explore for any player, so everyone can test drive all of our adventures, including our take on Skyrim, Morrowind, Oblivion, and much, much more. At ZOS, we have so many passionate and talented developers who continue to add to Elder Scrolls lore by producing handcrafted, epic adventures, and I'm immensely proud to be a part of it. Believe me, we have tons more to share, and I can't wait for the team to show it all to you. Join us after this show for the 2023 ESO Global Reveal, where we'll go deep into all things Necrom.
Real deep.
Thanks. See you in Tamriel.
Well, ESO made it to June. Gaz.
I'm in Redfall.
Yeah, it's about to start.
Something evil is swallowing up this place bit by bit. Nobody ever believes things can get this bad until it happens. Then, it's too late. But there are people who can fight back.
Stick together! Eyes up!
Welcome to Redfall, Massachusetts, where the calm seas and sunny skies have been eclipsed by a legion of vampires. Redfall is a story-driven shooter at its heart, which can be played single-player or co-op with up to 4 players. Choose your hero, each with their own unique abilities, and form the perfect vampire-slaying squad to take back Redfall's haunted streets.
At Arcane, we make games where the world itself is as important as the characters. With Redfall, we take an exciting step forward, building a lovingly detailed open world to deliver our largest setting ever. Every inch of our open world is carefully handcrafted and packed with environmental storytelling. Explore the streets of a quaint island town, from the once bustling downtown to the haunted forest, to the decimated seaside boardwalk and gorgeously detailed landmarks. But it's not all danger all the time. There are safe places on the island where you can rest up, chat with survivors, and resupply. Here we're at the fire station, one of your home bases. This is one place you'll receive missions from survivors.
There's something I need you to do. The old lighthouse in the bay. It's been used for over a century to keep boats away from the coastline. If we turn it back on, it's a warning to anyone trying to come to Redfall right now.
That's so good.
Easy, right? Well, the lighthouse keeper's a
solid.
real asshole. Joined up with those cultists and took the damn lamp with him.
Go on, Bert.
Whoa.
Here's a vampire known as the Shroud. Shrouds blanket the area in darkness, disorienting their prey. They hurl lethal projectiles and can even shift through the floor to avoid damage.
Oh my god.
I'm behind you. He's just seeing the right on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Bugging out.
Feasible.
The lighthouse is back up, but there's more waiting for you. Taking down vampires angers the vampire gods, who will summon the Rook to take you down.
You see it later. So good.
What the?
Let's transition to what you'll find outside of the main story missions. There's so much waiting for you. Redfall is filled with encounters that can pop up anywhere, like this brewery that's fallen under cultist control. Save the locals from being offered to the vampires.
Colteastwoods.
Like our past games, you can approach a mission in many different ways. Always be ready to improvise. Remy uses her combat robot Bribon to help distract and eliminate the cultists.
We got him, Bribon.
It's so good to see this much gameplay.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Everyone's safe. Let's move on.
I love how you can turn the flashlight on and off. I love that.
Exploring Redfall will take you beyond the bounds of reality as you investigate otherworldly psychic spaces to unravel the vampire's secrets. Take this vampire nest. These deadly layers change each time you step inside. Jacob sends out his raven to tag the enemies below. Dev follows up with his teleporter, instantly closing the gap.
I really want to play this now.
Let's see if it has a May release date.
To destroy a nest, you have to take out its heart, and all of the vampires willing to die to protect it.
Horrible way to die.
It's gonna be so much fun.
I woke them up! Just one bite.
Now escape the nest before it comes crashing down.
It'll collapse any second.
Nests aren't the only psychic spaces. You'll find dangerous pockets all over the island. It's all vampire turf, so tread carefully.
Gotcha. Oh, wow.
Redfall won't truly be safe until the vampires are wiped from the map. Outside the main story, another one of your missions is to take back Redfall neighborhood by neighborhood. Find
crazy.
safe houses hidden all over the island, and then work your way up to the vampire controlling the neighborhood.
Layla looks like the best character.
To reclaim this neighborhood, you'll have to defeat a powerful vampire called the Siphon. Whether you dive in solo or with friends, each hero can take on any situation. Each brings powerful, unique abilities to the fight, and the upgrades you choose change how they play.
Jeez.
Here, Layla's lift ability can be upgraded to launch teammates for airborne attacks. Upgrade Layla's umbrella ability with bullet hail to absorb enemy bullets and release the energy back at them.
Love it. The guns, man. This is so good.
The flare gun looks so good.
There are many ways
Game's
to
beautiful.
customize your hero's ability
It
tree
really
to
is.
match your playstyle.
Nighty-night.
This looks nice and clean.
You mark and execute, bro.
Let's hit on the arsenal. There's
Oh
a
my
wide range of
gosh.
weaponry, from military gear to new vampire-slaying inventions. From shotguns to sniper rifles.
Well.
And of course, there's also vampire stakes. Find these in the world to customize your weapons. When you reclaim significant sections of Redfall,
Wow.
the last step is to face the underboss who controls, or used to control, that neighborhood. Underbosses are powerful elites of the vampire gods, with their own unique abilities, like this one's shield. When you prove yourself against the underboss, you'll receive a key of sorts. A skull that gets you one step closer to facing the ultimate threat, the vampire gods.
Thank you for visiting Redfall.
And thank you for all the support you've shown Arcane throughout the years.
We sometimes joke that our games can be tough to define. The one thing that's consistent?
We make the kinds of games we love to play.
And that's how Redfall was born.
It's gonna
we
be
blended
great.
everything we love here at Arcane Austin.
What's
Immersive
the
open
release
worlds,
date, guys?
unique and customizable heroes,
Wait.
RPG,
Release
and
date,
FPS
people?
gameplay.
May
And of course,
2nd.
our signature storytelling and rich world building.
Along
Early
with our
May.
spin on one of the most classic monsters of all time.
Vampires.
It's been amazing to see how all of us have pulled together to deliver our vision for something new.
Redfall is the
late.
biggest, most
Yeah,
ambitious
this
game we have ever made.
Our team's
Like I
dove
said in
head
that
first
video,
into this
man,
new
that
opportunity,
interview made it
and
clear
we
there's a
can't
lot
wait
more.
for you to experience
Redfall.
Redfall for yourself.
Looks like May
Thankfully,
2nd.
you won't have to
Finally,
wait too
people,
much longer.
release day.
Redfall's coming on May 2nd.
Thank you.
Thank you again
Let's
for joining us.
go.
And we'll see you soon
Let's
in Redfall.
go.
Just a few days before my birthday.
Oh,
Bro, it looks really good. Audience, what do you think of Redfall? How's it look?
Forza didn't even give a date, which is really weird.
I think it is. I think Forza is like
Sizzle
September
reel.
or October.
You know, for us content creators, these sizzle reels are really good. Except you don't want to retread the same footage. You gotta make sure.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
May 2nd.
So that's April. For Minecraft, that I don't care about. I'll try it.
Oh, I forgot what the April release date for Minecraft Legends. MP4.
Coming
what's this?
2023.
What's this? Oh.
Huh?
This is just a sizzle reel. I'm behind you. Because
Yeah.
when I was kind of fixing things. Oh,
There we go. 3, 2,
So, Shadow Drop is so bold. I'm very intrigued to play this.
Hello. It's so much fun to be working with
I think
Million
they did a good
Studios
job.
on
Oh, but it
Minecraft
should be
Legends.
midnight.
For the people who are watching, guys, they are just 20 seconds into this reveal. So give me a minute, okay?
This is our best sounding Forza Motorsport ever.
Yeah, that was all right.
Just getting started. Wow. That's a good show. That's a good show.
Thanks, and see you in
The date
Tamriel.
for Forza. Let's talk about it.
All right, let's do this.
Okay, all right, guys. I think I'm just making sure there's nothing else before we move back.
Nah, there's nothing else.
Okay, bro, if you're still here, thank you so much. That was. Let me make sure that you're back on. There you go. Say something, guys.
Something.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I give it an 8 out of 10. It was.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed about Starfield, about Forza Motorsports release date being pushed. Like we said, pre-show. No mention of the Starfield game reveal showcase. I'm trying to think here. Let me shut this thing off here.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Okay.
I thought it was a good show. I thought it was a great show for what you were going to expect. It's the surprise of Hi-Fi Rush that kind of made it for me.
2,000 people watching, Gaz.
Oh,
yeah, a lot of the chat saying 8 out of 10. What do you give it, Gaz? I'm upset about the Starfield mention wasn't like a little tease and Forza being pushed out beyond June since that was their original promise. And I don't like we talked about with King David on Monday. We don't want them to break that promise that they said that they'd have a bunch of these games out ready. What do you give the show? What are you saying?
So Forza's getting a show tomorrow. I doubt they'll release the day. Why would you withhold it for the next day? But there will be serious questions. That is worse than Starfield, because the only way we could say Starfield could style it is they showed it after the placement of it at the showcase event last time, at the end of it when Phil Spencer was talking about future. But
yes, it's 2400 live now. Let's
sorry.
I want to hear you talk about. I want to talk about Hi-Fi Rush with you because I was really worried. This is one of those passion project games. I thought it was going to be a rhythm-based brawler where you're just in a little tiny arena and you just fight rhythm-based. Holy crap! It looks so cool. It's something that Xbox has needed for a long time. Tell me your reaction because we were like behind the scenes trying to. I don't know. Tell me about Hi-Fi Rush.
Hi-Fi Rush was. We heard about it. This is like kind of game that has Jet Set Radio styling, and we thought it was going to be like whatever, that kind of cell shading, whatever. But I didn't expect it to be that good. Like, I heard about it, but not only it's the art style looks great, but you can tell that it's product that's really refined. Obviously, we're gonna find out in a few hours because a game can show a certain way and it can play a certain way. But I didn't expect that to look that good. And I did not expect a shadow drop of all things today. I said today it was just all about Redfall and Starfield. Redfall and Forza. Yeah, I know. Well, you can for midnight in America. For us, I don't know when it is. But yeah, man, 8 out of 10. We'll talk about it. 8 out of 10 is a good score because for what we were expecting, I would have given it a 9 had we had a Forza release date. But Hi-Fi Rush just looks amazing. Like was it Hellsinger? The rhythm-based.
Yeah, that one didn't really work for me. I'm gonna ask the chat what they think. That didn't work. If they liked it.
A lot of people chat. Let us know what you think. Do you want to do a poll? Oh, okay.
Yeah, do it. Yeah,
you can do a poll right at the end as well of the scoring. But for me, like games like Hi-Fi Rush are really great. 1, I love that style. 2, I love Jet Set Radio. So let's see what they do on Traversal. 3, combat is unique. Rhythm-based stuff. How they implement it remains to be seen. In Hellsinger, the problem was it was rock tracks, and I felt like I'm trying to figure out what the beat was. Whereas I was like, hit the bass more, maybe a different genre of music, it would make more sense.
You've got an AI floating cat named 808 after the kick drum sound, which is like really a callback to audiophiles and music fans like both of us. Let me flip the discussion to something different. Let's talk about this format of the show. I think a lot of people are really enjoy this format. Right?
That's the way. That's the win. That's the formula. We've said it. There you go. Done. No nonsense. Boom. You go into showing that game. What
and
a
those
great
devs
way.
did a great job. Like on camera, they were very likable. You're seeing the people that are making. They're making the baby. They're making all the babies. They're making it happen.
Ark in Austin. I came across them and the lady with the vampire teeth and everything. It's just like, it's like these guys. What they said was, this is the most ambitious game they ever made. And he said, I don't know his name, but he said, we only make games that we want to make, that we enjoy. And this is a culmination of all the different things they've done before and then some, and what we think other people would like to play. And it just screams quality. Redfall showed better than I thought. And I had high expectations after the Games Radar interview. So there's a lot to unpack here. Let's just keep doing game by game.
All over the whole show.
There's so much. Hi-Fi Rush. Let's do Hi-Fi Rush. No, sorry. Hi-Fi Rush is going to be with us. We're going to be playing it in a few hours, and I just hope it has the depth that it looks like it has. It's going to be amazing. Co-op? Did chat? I don't know if I didn't miss that. Is that confirmed?
Yeah, chat, help us out. Like they said, cooperative partners, but is that AI partners that come in? It looked like something that you'd pick a character to play along with the main character.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. I'm not really sure if that has co-op, player co-op. See, one of the things in Jet Set Radio Future, that's the one, not Jet Set Radio. Jet Set Radio Future is the best one. I sat there and I was like, I remember distinctly playing this so much. And I'm like, this would be so much fun online. Like people just chilling together in like a hub world or, in the sewers and going through it. Mm-hmm. I hope Hi-Fi Rush does that. I have questions regarding the traversal elements of it. Combat looks great. Puzzle sections look great. So the enemies react to the beats. You can combat the way you want. That reacts to the beat. The puzzles react to the beat. The environments, like the what's it called? The pitfall hazards and stuff. Mm-hmm. You can see a gate closing to the beat. Boom, 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 boom. That's a clever idea, and that's what Xbox needs. Xbox needs unique games like this, and like. It's coming from not only a recent acquisition of a studio, it's also coming from a Japanese outfit that's doing it. And you can see there's a passion project, and it's so unique.
How cool is that they've been working on Hi-Fi Rush for a while, and they got out Ghostwire Tokyo in a timed exclusive for PlayStation. We're supposed to get Ghostwire Tokyo for Xbox, which they didn't even give the date, but it should be this spring as well. And they pushed out this Hi-Fi Rush exclusive to the Xbox platform, which is pretty huge. I got a couple supers here. Starsky says, my name is pronounced Starsky, not Star Sky, by the way. Gives a super chat with $2. Thank you so much for that. Killinatis, welcome to the early access of the channel membership for the Colteastwood channel. And you get access to the videos like 10, 12 hours before they go up. And giveaways, which I got to do like 2 or 3 giveaways this month because I'm behind during the holiday season. Jaguar Gaming Network, thanks for the $2. Says, I can't get any harder. I'm scared. and that was
I know how that feels.
And that was 10 minutes like right before Redfall was starting to be shown. Inked El Chapo says with the $5 Australian, thank you, Inked, says, do you guys think that the movement in Redfall looks slow and the weapons lacked impact?
No. Disagree. I did never cross that game. The one thing about the traversal is quite interesting you say that because the developers in that interview did say that, look, it's not like Far Cry because you walk and traverse that way. So whether that becomes a thing, I don't know. But as far as guns, I had the opposite feeling. I was like, these guns feel weighty. When they had the silenced pistol, just like pop, 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 or the sniper, the kickback was great. Shotgun, all of it just looked really weighty because these guys got the lads and lasses at id Software and the people behind Doom to oversee and help them with the combat, and it shows. Like, it's so good. It looks really good.
They also purposely walked very carefully and slowly in many of the combat scenarios ahead of the vampires to give it that extra feel.
Cinematic feel.
They did that on purpose. Like, the characters were walking very slow, looking and checking your corners. And like, this isn't a Back 4 Blood. This isn't a Left 4 Dead where you run in and you're just like. Brrr. I love
Harry Belson. Why are you disappointed, Harry? This is a great show. We were going to get Redfall and Forza. You
do have a right to be disappointed. Somebody said earlier in the chat, is this an Xbox show? No. You do have a right to be disappointed about Forza Motorsport not meeting their promise of 12 months. So you can be disappointed about that. They're probably going to have that game come out in September. Yeah, you don't. Yeah. You haven't listened to us. You don't know us. You do have a right to be disappointed about if Hi-Fi Rush isn't a game for you. I remember when Sunset Overdrive was shown, I was like, really? What is this cartoony stuff? And then as the game got closer to launch, I'm like, I think I'm buying that. And I saw the reviews, and I love the game. Sometimes you just get one over, but Hi-Fi Rush looks amazing. I want one more super here, a couple more. AK Havoc says, thank you, AK. Says, do you feel they showed too much story for Redfall? Gaz.
No. The game is like Redfall. They show the end vampire, the main one. Which I was like, don't show too much. They said vampires at the end. The stories in Redfall, the main one, is the one that, and I've said this on Monday, this is primarily a co-op game. The gameplay showed that the best parts of that gameplay cadence was when other people were there reviving, shield, use the elevator, give your sniper friend vertical vantage. The game is designed for that. I know you can play single player, but it's made for that. And as far as stories concerned, the best stories in this game will be the experiences and the stories you tell with your friends. If the gameplay world is pervasive enough, if that moment-to-moment gameplay is great and dynamic enough, again, we're basing it on what we're looking at. We haven't got a feel of the gunplay, so it's hard to speak about it fully. But based on how it's shown, I think it is great. I mean, I was surprised at how long it was. They did show a lot of Redfall. I was just the whole time thinking we finally have footage for Xbox exclusives that we can use for footage. That's just going to be great. So no, I don't think so.
There's so much to unpack about Redfall. I want to kind of get to some of the stuff. Let's talk about Minecraft Legends. I was getting the audio stuff kind of figured out. I've never done this before, and really thank you so much to the 1,500 of you that were watching while we were streaming the show. I was trying to provide a high quality stream for you guys live. I think we're going to bring Rand in here to help us talk about the show, but Minecraft Legends, it's a pretty looking game. It's not something that's really for me. Are you and I going to give this thing a shot, or am I going to play this with my kids? What's going to happen with Minecraft Legends?
It's a good question. It depends on what else is coming around it. I've never played Minecraft. I've never really been interested in it. It looks good. It looks really visually good, and it might be something better than Minecraft. It's one of those games I have to experience to play because I've never been interested in the visual style. But it's not for me. I don't really care for it. And it's Randall!
As I'll fix this thing.
You better fix it, Colt. Come on.
Sorry. I messed
it up.
Is
that my intro? Is that my intro for when I joined the show, guys?
Yes, welcome Randall Thor 19, the man with a million.
Rand, one of my best friends, who's got a channel that's got 92,000 subscribers or something. I lose count. You're just
soon a million.
Rand, you have the floor.
Why is he called King David, by the way?
I'm changing. I was changing it behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah.
How about
King David?
How about that Forza delay I told you about that may or may not be true?
So chat, I was talking to Rand last night, and I don't like to bring up Rand's name when we're talking about speculative stuff that's still churning behind the scenes, but Rand put a little diaper on me last night and goes, Colt, what if it got, as he kind of put the diaper on and put baby powder, and he's like, what if it got delayed? Rand, I want to hear what you think. Take the floor for a minute. and tell us what you think of the show, and then we'll start talking about
I thought
Minecraft.
the production of the show was A+.
Yeah.
This is the format they need to stick with for not saying for E3, but like for other shows like this. Like, I am down for this style of presentation. I think it's the best sort of when you think back to the Inside Xboxes and things like that. This actually had me engaged. I was actually kind of interested in what they were talking about Minecraft Legends about, and I was like, that was one of those games where I was like, I don't care about Minecraft Legends. I don't care about ESO. They actually made those two games seem like somewhat interesting to me as someone who had like really no interest in either of them. So I was like, oh man, this format's doing work. It almost feels like an agency did this and not Xbox marketing themselves. Which
yeah, it does. It was really
it was incredibly well presented, put together. I just think back to like the first next gen show that Xbox put on in 2020, where like the people had webcams. Colt, do you remember how low production value it was? And we were just like, what is going on? You're Microsoft and you're out here doing this show with little like Walmart $20 webcams. Come on. But no, the production was super good. And bro, Hi-Fi Rush,
bro, I want to hear. What take it.
What a surprise,
Hi-Fi Rush,
bro. So like the leak was a while back that it was a rhythm brawler with the Jet Set Radio future art vibe, right? It was like, okay, and then Grubb had said it was kind of Pentiment level, and it was like, okay, but like you don't really know what that really means. They're just words, and it's like you're trying to picture it in your head, and then you see it, and it's like, wow, this is stylish. This is something like different than like your normal type of experience. Something that has a lot of pizzazz, something that like looks really cool. It's almost kind of like the Sunset Overdrive sequel we never got to a certain degree.
Sure. Is it like open world, Rand? We're trying to figure it out.
I mean, I don't think so.
Questions for you.
I don't think it's open world. I think it's more of a linear. Like, I think they have like the big city that you can see, and I think it's more of a linear progression through certain areas. I would highly doubt it if it was like open world, like
into
Sunset.
A room to have your brawl. I was just kind of unclear. Question. What's
that? When I was watching it, I thought to myself, oh, I think Colt's gonna love this. Being that like you're a big rock band guy and like rhythm based stuff, and I'm like, oh, Colt's gonna really dig this. And then like the big surprise, hey, it's available tonight.
That's amazing. Is it co-op, Rand? Is it online co-op? What is? What was that?
No, I don't know. And it's funny because I think I told you last night that I had heard there was a shadow drop, but I thought it was going to be GoldenEye. Remember, I was like, I think something's getting shadow dropped, and I thought it was going to be GoldenEye, and then they announced GoldenEye before the show, which thank God the show wasn't diseased by the presence of GoldenEye during it, right?
Today on social, people are like, "What is you and Rand's problem with this game?"
I just like to have fun with it. I know people. I like people have like GoldenEye, but I was just kind of like one of those things where it's like I want new games, not like some 25 years old. So I was like, okay, so then it's coming out today, and I was like, oh, this is super cool. Xbox hasn't had anything, noteworthy. I mean, people really like Pentiment, but really most people look at it like Halo Infinite was the last thing, and I was like, oh, we get this today, and it's really unique. I'm like, I can't wait to try it out. And I just finished Evil West last night after you left me, so I was like, now I was like, what so game do I have to play? Oh, bro, that last level, Gaz, on Evil West, or those later levels. I don't know if Gaz is here anymore.
I'm here. I'm listening to you.
Bro,
oh my days!
I mean, I beat it, but it was, I finished it last night. But geez, that like last level where they throw 3 of the big vampire dudes and it was just like, it was definitely something else.
It was so cheap.
Yeah, and Redfall, like I'm seeing a lot of comments. A lot of people seem split. A lot of people are like, Redfall looked amazing. It's never looked so good. And other people are like, man, Redfall looks awful, or like Redfall looks like there's a big downgrade. And maybe I'm blind. Yeah, but I didn't really see it. Like
this is
some
the
people
first
are saying
time this is the first time Arcane has made a game that didn't look like an oil painting. Like when I look at Dishonored and Prey, they sort of they're highly stylized, and this game is more, I don't know, it's like partial push into photorealistic. Normally they're very stylized, right? Because I definitely Dishonored looks like an oil painting / watercolor in motion, and it's really beautiful. And Prey has, the characters are very stylized and kind of blocky in their own way, and those games are amazing. But this one is their like first attempt to make a stylized photorealistic game. I don't know.
Apparently, Hi-Fi Rush is on the store right now. You can download it, 16 gigabytes.
Oh, I cannot wait. Let me read 2 supers here. One from Wolf and Flux, who says, 9 out of 10 on my end. They set the right expectations. Thank you for that super.
Keely's got the poll that he normally does.
Oh, what's it sitting at?
What do you think it's sitting at? Like, what would you have? What do you think?
I think it's very heavy in the B and C or the highest.
So he's got 14,000 votes. A is a 23.4%. B is 31.5%. C is 22.4%, and D is 22.7%. So, I mean, so what is that? 54% base or 56% basically say it's an A or a B, but then the other half said it was a C or a D.
Yeah, so it's a B minus or
so
C
it seems split. It definitely seems split. Half the audience really seemed to like it, and the other half of the audience certainly looks like really did not. And honestly, this would have been an A+ show if Forza had a date.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was just about to
If
say
Forza had a date, this would have been like A+, 10 out of 10 show. Instead, it's kind of like you look at it and you're like, okay, so Forza's most likely delayed because they had spent.
How did your bad source get this one right? Is what I want to know. Right?
I mean,
I don't mean bad source, but your unreliable source.
Broken clocks are right twice a day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey,
King Ram as super, he says 5 out of 10, literally nothing in the show for me, and he's got a great logo because I made it in like 2017.
Yeah, that's why half the votes are for C and D, because if Hi-Fi Rush doesn't appeal to you,
or
and Redfall, right, and then Forza, it's like I could see why people would be like, this is a D. There's nothing here that I care about, because a lot of Xbox fans are like waiting for Starfield. Where's Starfield?
Yeah.
And I do see a lot of people saying, that's it? This was it? Like, meaning, where's the other announcements? And it's like,
four games, and they threw in a 5th one. Let me read this from Edvin. Edvin has a $2 super chat. He's the guy that sent me the track racer gear while he was working there. He's hilarious. He says Xbox has no games. He's just kidding around. He's been razzing Gaz and I for like weeks now. He's a really cool guy. He's got a massive setup for racing. I want to talk about racing. Gaz, let me start with you, and then I'll have Rand say something. Tell me what you thought of Forza. It had a great showing, no release date.
I can't wait once the stream is over to go watch that in proper quality, not low quality bitrate that they stream at. But even despite that, the game looked incredible. And it's such a labor of love, and that's what I was screaming. Like, these guys know what they're doing. Though when they were talking about the audio design and how I don't think any racer in the history of races has gone that far, in my opinion, of the breadth of audio cues for everything. So I don't know if you missed it. I know you were multitasking.
Yeah, I was.
If you change the parts of the vehicle, the sounds down to the tires, they've recorded so many variations of sound. And sound is an area where I don't think Forza falters that much. I think Gran Turismo typically did really badly there, but 7 brought it back.
Yeah.
Forza's taking it to another level. So to the point where visually it looks stellar. Like, some bits just look like is this real life? Meme. And then there's it just looked so refined. I'm just a bit concerned about the lack of release date. I think it's going to slip. It's coming 2023, so that's good. They've just said that, but they've said that before, like the date, and delayed it. It looks like to me it's missing the 6-month window.
Well, obviously.
What's
that release date going to be, Rand? You and I talked very scientifically about what few months meant, and you and I were very confident that Forza was going to make it before June.
Yeah, who knows? They set, there's a Forza Monthly tomorrow. Maybe there'll be more information tomorrow about Motorsport. A thought crossed my mind. Like, I had sort of laid it out. I was like, I thought maybe Forza Motorsport would be June, simply because they said they were going to be entering polish phase in January. And I was like, that doesn't really strike me that you can polish a game like that in 2 months or 3 months, right?
Hold on. Bear 1971 says, Gaz and Cole and Rand, nobody recognized the coming in the date of Forza with a 6 in brackets. There was a 6 instead of the G for coming in the date of Forza. Coming 2023. Let me check that. Keep going, Rand, if you remember what you're saying, since I interrupted you.
I was thinking, like, since they're not entering polish until January, the game would be like a little bit, maybe like May-ish, April, May, June-ish. And I was thought to myself, well, everybody talks about Starfield, and I know there's a lot of people that think there's a Super Bowl Starfield ad coming, and the Starfield showcase is next month, and Starfield's going to launch on 3/23/23. Shout out to Pong and Mav, it's going to come in March. But I think Starfield at the earliest is June, and I was thinking to myself, well, if like Forza is June and Starfield's June, there's the potential where it's like, we shouldn't launch this game around the other game, so like we should push one of them. That's something I thought of, but I don't know. Maybe they just need more time. Motorsport does look really good. I would say if it had a 6 in the thing, like the guy was saying,
it doesn't. I just checked it. It said coming 2023, and then when it had it scribed in the handwriting font, that's a G in like a lowercase handwritten font. And I'm writing that in the chat as well. That was the handwritten font.
A 6?
So the coming 2023 was just a uppercase G in lowercase fashion in handwriting.
Oh.
I looked at the font.
I would imagine. I guess it really depends on when Starfield launches, because I don't think they're going to do the same thing that they did for Forza and Halo. I don't know, like
March.
For Forza, when you think about it, it's like September. I've
always just like based on this September
or October.
Like
I think Forza 7 was in October, Gaz, in 2017. Joshua Stevens, thanks you for the $10 super, says, I don't know about you, but I need more info about the game mechanics and physics for Motorsport. It made me annoyed that they all talked about the visuals again. Yeah, they did talk quite a bit about physics in many Forza monthlies and interviews. I covered it in videos about how they took it from 8 points per tire up to, I don't know what it was, 8 times more physical interaction of the tarmac and the tires. The physics model has always been top tier in Forza, I think. And one of the top. So what they didn't talk about was more simulated based features in the game.
You might get that tomorrow.
That's what we're getting a whole hour of Chris Sasaki and probably Dan Greenwald talking about Chris Sasaki's going to be there. He confirmed, talking about all that stuff. So I'm glad they didn't go. That could get into a really deep discussion. But let me see. There's one more, I think. I think it's going to be October. I don't
Starfield.
know. No, I think Forza is, but Starfield, you guys were talking about Starfield. You still think it's September, Rand?
Starfield? I don't know when Starfield's coming.
So, that was the one thing I was waiting. Like, are they going to mention the Starfield date? So,
no.
Starfield's
Why would they do
date is not in February. My best guesstimated prediction is that February is not the event.
Jeff Keighley tweeted, Xbox has announced it will show what's next for fans when it returns to Los Angeles for its yearly showcase this summer. Said that like 20 minutes ago.
Okay, somebody must have told him that.
What's that? Who said that?
Keighley.
The Keegs. Jeff Keighley's. The Keegs.
Okay.
The Keegmeister. So, Xbox has announced it will show what's next for fans when it returns to Los Angeles for its yearly showcase this summer.
Okay.
Which is in like 4 or 5 months. What is it?
It'll be in June,
months.
so like June 11th. Does that mean no Starfield showcase before then? Oh my god.
I mean, that wouldn't
That's
be a
the
good
radio
idea.
silence up until then, which is fine. I mean, we got an event now. Now we're going to have the games, the Redfall, how that performs. We're going to have Hi-Fi Rush today. And then we'll just hopefully, do you think we'll get a direct? So does that mean no direct or anything up until
You know
E3?
what I personally think about the Starfield showcase and everything? I think they don't know when it's going to be because they don't know when Starfield's launching yet. And once they know, once Bethesda tells them when the date's locked in, then they can plan when the showcase should be. Because, there's a lot of rumors saying that, I mean, honestly, a lot of the rumors are very fluid. Some people say it's going to be delayed slightly. Some people say it's going to launch on time. And if you're Xbox trying to put that together, or Bethesda trying to put that together, or an ad agency, you could try to put it together, but you wouldn't be able to tell anybody when it was going to be because you don't know when the game's actually going to come out.
Yeah.
So I would imagine once they know when it's coming out, then they would be like, all right, developer, the showcase is this point in time. We can aim for that. So it's a matter of just, I guess waiting, for more information.
Yeah, I mean, like we've said, you said on your show and I said on mine that the Starfield situation is pretty fluid right now, but also could be really close, and maybe they're on pins and needles. CWU says Xbox has a game or two. Thank you, CWU.
Yes.
Evan says, what? Forza killed and Hi-Fi was cool. So Evan's happy. Wolfen Flux says, votes are split because half of them are Sony ponies. Little smiley face. He said, I'm going to download Hi-Fi ASAP. Even Forza Motorsport looked interesting to me, and I'm not a sim guy. So, one more. Cassandra M., thank you for the super. Says, I thought this was great. I feel Xbox's issue is advertising to the general public. Letting them know what to expect. I mean, everyone here knew what was going to be in the show. It was announced to us, but the general public, she wonders, did the general public know they were just going to get a few games?
I don't think the general public are the kind of market for this kind of event anyway. So they'll see it as an extra. We hyped it up quite a bit. But so if they're expecting a big showcase event, I don't know. Well, fine. Like a PlayStation showcase. But this is quite, I thought, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Quite strongly. It's only because Forza's release date lets it down, which means indication is that 12-month promise, they're already broken it. So if anyone's an advocate for Xbox pushing that forward the next 12 months, you've soiled that from the start because your inability to hold on to that or keep that promise means next year, who's going to believe you if you do that? If you do that at E3 this year and say the next 12 months, everyone's going to be like, yeah, right, because you lied the first time. So no one's going to take you seriously. So it's quite bad in that sense. So if they're going to do it again, they're taking an L there because no one's going to take them seriously. None of us will. Anyone here, none of us will take that seriously. So there's that point. But generally, I am very, very happy with the show. I didn't expect the high quality presentation, by the way, which you ran to mention. I thought it was going to be pretty janky, but it wasn't. It was really refined. Well done. Yeah. Microsoft putting their money to good use finally. The studios looked really, what's really good? See, this is the thing that will kill a lot of narratives. For months,
you didn't see people in the background throwing pins and papers at each other and choking each other out. Yeah, it looked like a good place to work.
That's 343. Everyone's boxes walking out and fires everywhere, like a dartboard with Buddy Ross's face on it. For me, that was very good to see because it kind of kills a lot of that. What are these studios, managed like? And then you saw Arcane Austin, and it was really nice for me to see them say, you know what, we work on games that we're really passionate about. This is our best, most ambitious game. It didn't seem forced. It didn't seem forced. It felt natural. Same with Tango Gameworks. Both of those gents standing in there looked really composed, really excited, not forced. It's fun. Forza, same thing. And I was just, all of them, they just looked like they were cool. They were on a level, and they were really hyped about their own game, genuinely excited and confident. And that confidence is going to cascade down to content creators who will kill that narrative quite a lot. Okay. So that's really important. So I'm really important. about that. So, like, I am generally very positive. That doesn't mean they can just rest on their laurels now, because the high standards are there. If us three are now saying Forza or Starfield or both,
well,
or
Gaz, I mean, there's also the possibility, because I saw Jeff Keighley tweet out and he's like listing the dates. He says Forza's coming before end of June. So there's also the possibility that Forza's not delayed. They just don't know the release date yet, and they don't want to give it.
I've
it still could come. What?
About at least about a little bit about Starfield on the Xbox Wired article that went up 15 minutes after, or right after the show ended. It explains more. At the very bottom, it says, looking ahead, as we announced previously, in order to dedicate the proper amount of time for a deep dive into Bethesda Game Studios' Starfield, a standalone show is in the works. In addition to this, our teams are working hard and looking forward to sharing even more of what is next for our fans when we return to Los Angeles for our early showcase this summer, which goes back to kind of what you were saying earlier, but that's directly from the Xbox Wired article. But they should have said that on the show. They should have. That should have been written on the show at the end, I guess. But
the E3 showcase, that's what they're talking about. The E3 Starfield is going to appear again.
In addition to this, our teams are working hard and look forward to sharing even more of what's next. Let's see. No, it's two different things. A deep dive into Bethesda Game Studios Starfield, a standalone show, is in the works. So that's reiterating there still is a standalone show for Starfield. And the E3 showcase in Los Angeles in June. Yeah. Right? Is that what you get from that, Rand? If you're probably looking at it.
You know
what I'll do is I'll paste it in the chat. So hearing it is not that helpful. It'll be in the chat with quotations. Right? Oh, it's too many. It's too many, as we announced.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they're basically saying that the Starfield standalone show is in the works. And in addition to that, they're looking to share more of what's next for fans when they do their E3 show this summer. Yeah. So
you can pre-install the game now of Hi-Fi Rush. Yes.
Hey, Rand, can you bring your mic down like just a couple clicks?
You're loud.
You're not. Yeah, you're not.
You can control that yourself. You can bring me down.
Yeah. I have you guys. I have both of you in one sound source in OBS. I don't have you in separate.
But I mean, you can.
I would have done it.
You can right click on me in Discord.
Oh, look, he's teaching me something. The user volume
and lower.
I'll just bring you down 10%. Now say something, then Gaz says something.
Hello, sexy people.
Sex.
They say something.
I have my noise gate set at 86. So it's not.
You sound great. You're crystal clear. It's just if you were just a little bit louder, it might be, you're great. I wish I could post this in here. I'll post it in two pieces. Yes, you are great.
I am great.
Okay, here's the first half, and here's the second half. There we go. There's as we announced previously, a standalone show for Starfield. In addition, our teams are working on a show for Los Angeles in summer. So there's the quote. If you want to know.
In addition. Sorry. Okay,
they should have wrote that on the very end, and I was waiting for that.
They should do that. That would have added to the hype, and Starfield is coming. And even though we know it is, definitely agree with you. But okay, fine. I mean, so Jeff Keighley knows something. He's saying it's coming before June.
I mean, he just tweeted. Yeah, but I don't know if he necessarily knows something. I'm just saying, possible people are jumping to conclusions, and coming 2023. Granted, they said last E3 that it was coming spring of 2023. They actually gave it spring. So then change it up and say coming 2023 does imply that it's not coming in spring like they said before. So that does indicate a delay. But who knows? I think it's probably delayed because if it just makes more sense that way, which if I just sort of think I already really like the show, I would probably give it a B+. Almost if the Forza had a date, it'd be an A.
Let me ask you guys: when is Xbox going to realize that we don't want Elder Scrolls Online at a showcase event? I know it sounds really rude, and I know there's 15 to 20 million people that play that game, but I feel why are you that was the time I actually went to my mini fridge and grabbed crackers and cheese, and I was like, off camp. You probably saw me, right, Gaz? I forgot I had on. You can see me, and I'm like. like a little squirrel.
I mean, it doesn't take away too much from it because ultimately it's a short show and they showed all the right things and then some. So I am fully with Rand there. To me, I'm really hyped. Kind of freaking find Hi-Fi Rush, Microsoft. There's a lot to unpack here today. Finally, guys, we get
right
enough
in the store.
footage.
Search in the store because it's probably
I found it.
Yeah, it's probably not easy to find in
£30,
Game Pass yet.
by the way. If you're gonna buy, if you don't have Game Pass,
$70 games.
It's not 70 at all. Like it's 30. That's $30 or $40 or something. So that's interesting price point. Like, what is that? Does that mean it's a AA game? Install, damn it! Yeah, man, I'm very. Don't buy it. Sorry, I'm having a little breakdown here. Let's not multitask. Oh my god, I almost bought it.
See what I have to deal with, Rand? This guy is unhinged.
Yeah, he's completely unhinged.
Well, while he's doing that, let me read a couple.
Hey, you know what?
What's
that?
that?
I just gotta say, Colt. Thank God for Bethesda.
I was just about to say.
Thank God for Bethesda. Thank the Lord. Hallelujah.
Bethesda. Okay, this is fucked up right now.
Let me read a couple of supers here. Justin Russell, thank you for the 2, says the Xbox News post says E3 Starfield show and E3 I think I read that, but I'm glad we got the information. Wolf and Flux, thank you, says Starfield is releasing in March or April with a February showcase. I don't think so, buddy. Avowed is releasing this year in November. I don't think so, buddy. Unpopular opinion, but I got a feeling. Rand, leave us.
I don't think Avowed is. I do not think Avowed is launching this fall. How many times have people said wrong things about when they expect games to come from Xbox? Just sort of take them as they come. I do not think Avowed is launching this fall. It'd be great, but unrealistic, I think, to expect it.
What about Hellblade?
I mean, that's a possibility, but once again, we don't know when Starfield launching. We don't know if Hellblade's even ready for this year. So, no idea. No idea, guys. But guess what? We'll be talking to Jeff Grubb on Monday. Me and Jez Corden at Xbox 2+1.
Oh,
so maybe we can get some scoops from the Grubster.
Oh, shit. Jeff Grubb doesn't talk to me anymore.
The Grubsters.
It's 16 gig, by the way. 16 gigabytes, Hi-Fi Rush
I
is.
can't wait. That's going to sound amazing on my surround sound system or my A50 Astros. Hargy Chani with the $2 super chat, who knows all about the things that I just mentioned because he's the best. He says, no boring Twitch streamer hosting the show. Oh, he took shots. No, I'm just kidding. But I did want to see Paris in a helicopter.
Huh?
He flew that helicopter. Did you know he was flying that thing?
Yeah. How could I not
that
know?
would scare the
Paris
crap
was
out of
waving
me.
It around.
Paris is like, I've played Battlefield. He just Macbound, my buddy. I talked to him forever last night. He says Redfall will have 2 more heroes after launch. What?
Lies?
Did they say that while I was?
No. Lies. Don't lie, Mac.
Macbound just making up stuff. I mean, that would be cool. Hargy with another one. Thank you for the 10. He says, not all games ESO will resonate with everyone. Oh, here's Hargy. Kumbaya, my lord. No, I'm just kidding. He says, to be honest, Forza is not exactly something I care about, but I wouldn't expect them not to waste time with it. Just saying. And with Hargy, he just loves everybody.
Huggy is right because as of now in your poll, 337 people voted. 35% people say they care about Elder Scrolls Online. People watching this show. So there you go. There's your answer there. Like, we may not like it, but and I know my friends love it. So
if they showed Dead Island 2 at an event, I would be super happy and glad it was being shown or deep dived into. But 65% probably would say no. And I'd be like, come on. Rand, are you excited? Are you excited about all this stuff?
Yeah, I mean, this show exceeded my expectations.
Absolutely. That's
fully. Because remember, when we were talking last night, we always try to get Gaz in our parties, but he doesn't. It's too early for Gaz. He doesn't join.
Yeah.
I was like, my concern with the show was that focusing on those 4 games, where 2 of them I'm not really interested in, ESO and Minecraft. And even Forza Motorsport to a certain degree, because you know me, I don't really like simulation racers. I'm all about the arcade experience. I thought it was going to be drag on too long, like 44 minutes. A couple games where I don't care about, where it's just like you're just going to be waiting for Redfall or, you know, and these surprise announcements. But the way it was structured, really, I thought showed off the games that even I wasn't interested in, like Minecraft Legends, off very well, where it kept me engaged the whole time. So I was like, okay, well, the worst thing to be is bored, right? Like it's something when you're watching something, you're just completely bored out of your mind. Yeah, you know, like the Gamescom Xbox shows they used to put on or whatever, and you're just like, when you're just looking at your clock, being like, when is this over? And it's like, come on, like I really got to talk about this on like this is nothing, right?
We were watching the Gamescom last year or whatever it was, and they were showing the trebuchet, like how they built a catapult. And I was in party chat with Gaz and some other people. Gaz fell asleep. He was knocked out, and he was like, "Show's over." It was horrible.
Yeah, that's terrible. By the way, MacBound is right.
Take the show. I'm gonna take a 1-minute break while you guys talk about
1 minute break.
I want you to.
He's gonna have a quick.
I want you guys to talk about Minecraft
He's
Legends.
gonna have a quick hi-fi rush.
I want to get Minecraft Legends out of the way because I thought the game looked pretty. I don't know if I'll play it, but Rand, you might know more than I do. But go for it.
About Minecraft Legends. Guys, we own the show. We control it. We're the hosts now.
I am the captain
do
now.
whatever we want.
Yeah, we can. MacBound is right, by the way. There are 2 future heroes. Redfall Hero Pass with 2 future heroes. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's probably in the deluxe edition that comes with early access on the 28th of April.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
so
figured
that's pretty good.
that's cool. I figured that's what. Is there any other talk about like an expansion maybe? Because usually if you sell like a higher or a more expensive tier, you know, a more expensive version of the game that comes with some sort of
expansion, they haven't announced it. I'm looking at it now. So you've got the Mega Redfall Bite Back version. That's the $100 one, £100 one, and it says includes base game, 2 future heroes, laser beam, multi-weapon skin, blah blah blah, attachments, outfit, pre-order there to receive shotgun. Nothing else.
Yeah, nothing else. Yeah.
No.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Minecraft Legends. I mean, what is there to say? It looks like Minecraft. Looks like an RTS.
About Minecraft. No one cares about Minecraft.
Hey, it look whatever. Like, oh, your camera's about to die, Gaz.
I'm changing it.
Changing.
I'm never gonna dance again.
Hey, someone tweeted out. You ready for this, guys?
Yeah. What they tweet out?
Forspoken was labeled cringe so that the same people could label Hi-Fi Rush cool. This is my contribution to the post discourse.
What?
Forspoken was labeled cringe so the same people could label Hi-Fi Rush cool.
Who said that?
Just some developer on Twitter.
Oh, meaning they were making fun of Forspoken. That's kind of dumb. I don't know.
What's cringe about Hi-Fi Rush? If that's that's what he's trying to imply, that there's a double standard there. There isn't. Well, what was it that was cringe about it? It's over the top. None of it looked cringy. It was just.
Actually, it was pretty cool.
I think it's like when people try to compare Hi-Fi Rush or not Hi-Fi Rush, like High on Life and Forspoken, where they're like both had cringe dialogue, but it's like true, but you're missing the point because High on Life is a fourth wall breaking comedy where cringe is kind of the whole point, and Forspoken is supposed to be a semi-serious adventure game, and Hi-Fi Rush is clearly more leaning into like the anime. Anime cringy sort of thing. So it's like I find the comparisons I don't know. I find the comparisons dreadful because it completely removes the context of
what the game is.
What the game is. So whatever.
That makes no sense.
I wonder. I think more people will probably end up playing Hi-Fi Rush than Forspoken. Really?
Good. Sauce. Yeah, no, good. I mean, Forspoken. Look, come on, man. There's a completely different. Okay, look, forget that developer who's just like side. Just nonsense. Hi-Fi Rush doesn't look cringy. High on Life doesn't have cringe dialogue, in my opinion. If you are a fan of Rick and Morty, then you would never really describe it as.
You can't say that. You can't say that this week. If you're a fan of Rick and Morty, that's like I think that saying's done now.
I mean, why? Oh, because of what happened to Justin Roiland?
Yeah,
I mean, they did come out and say it will continue. Yeah, I mean, it's stained now.
I actually saw somebody on social media. Some guy was like, "You got to get this guy because he could do the voices like perfectly."
I saw that.
Yeah, it's just funny when you say it this week. If you're a fan of Rick and Morty, you'll like the game. It's like.
Man, I can't believe we get this today, and we get it for free with Game Pass. It's so good. Look,
and they announced the other games coming to Game Pass today. By the way,
which one?
But they announced more games coming to Game Pass.
Yeah,
let me look at this Xbox Wired article while you're talking.
Grid Legends coming to the cloud. Age of Empires 2 coming to cloud and console. GoldenEye 007 coming to cloud and console. Darkest Dungeon coming to cloud, console, and PC. Hot Wheels Unleashed, Colt.
That's
the Game of the Year edition.
Game. That's a cool
coming to cloud,
Why
console,
has it been
and PC?
in and out? Like it was put in and dropped out.
Yeah, they probably just moved it to January. Hi-Fi Rush coming to cloud, PC, and Xbox Series X and S. Incluminati coming to cloud, console, and PC. What is this? JoJo's. What is this game? JoJo's. I can't tell just from looking at it. JoJo's Bizarre Adventures All-Star Battle R coming to cloud, console, and PC. And RoboQuest. Transform and roll out. Coming to console.
That's finally coming to console. I tried to play it on PC. Yeah. I uninstalled. I thought it was going to be great. It was like the Borderlands cel-shaded first-person shooter. It's like what do you call it? Like what do you call Hades? I can't. Metroidvania. I can't know what you call it. Roguelike. Thank you. My mind's going everywhere. I thought it was going to be cool. I just didn't enjoy it. But it's coming to console. I don't know. That's a lot of games, and they didn't have a Game Pass segment in the show at all. And we thought they were going to, right, Rand?
Yeah. It seemed like we,
So like they would. Getting messages, making sure everything's good to go. I am the biggest thing that bothered me was that coming 2023 for Forza. But let's talk about.
Because I wanted to see your reaction. I rewound. What is the past tense of rewind? Rewound, right? Rewound. We wounded. Rewinded.
Oh.
Anyways, I was like, I gotta get Cole's because I literally talked to Colt about it last night, and then I'm watching, and then Colt's like, "Good, no date, 2023." And Gabs was like, "Oh mate, what's going on?"
I took like a socket wrench, and I'm like,
I wanted. That's why I wanted you two on camera so I could see your facial expression.
Okay, now be honest with me, Rand, and be honest with the people watching the show. Did you? I tried to get it out of you last night. Like, do you think it's possible? I think you were being honest with me that you didn't really think it was being pushed beyond June, but
I didn't. No.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
So what was your reaction? Because you're not like, oh, I can't wait to play Forza Motorsport. Like, you play everything.
My first reaction was when they started with Minecraft and they did the thing available April. I'm like, oh, it's gonna come because they did, and then it was like they're gonna do it for all the games. All the games are gonna, like the way it was structured, like the 5 little pieces, and they would go to each one and click on it. Like, oh, they're gonna have a date for each one. That's the only that sort of made like. Sense to me. And then they went to Forza, but the way they left Forza where it was just the title and then it kind of just dragged out, I'm like, it's gonna say coming 2023, isn't it? And then it did. And I was like, oh no, I guess that was right. I guess that was true. Damn.
It just didn't feel right playing a Forza game in the spring to me. We've always had Horizon and Motorsport in October or September. Not an excuse, but
always had it.
What did King say on our show about that promise, Gaz?
The promise is different. The promise is different, but still,
Hi-Fi Rush, though.
But by the way, guys, J-Dub said the show is a 1 out of 10 for him.
1 out of 10. Wow.
Well, of course it is because he mains on
didn't show
PlayStation.
Everwild, Gears 6, Avowed, Outer Worlds 2, Indiana Jones. Redfall downgrade was a huge. It was a joke. I mean,
that guy's never said one serious thing ever in his entire life when it was online. So, yeah, you can't take him seriously. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, actually, this is what happened. I show him a screenshot, and he's like, blocked. But yeah, I don't know. It's I wanted to see those release dates. We needed it. The gameplay looks great. They said things about the Series X, didn't they, Rand? When they were talking about Forza Motorsport, they were talking about that console, the powerful console.
Yeah, 4K 60 with ray tracing on track and all that stuff.
4K 60 with ray tracing on track.
That's what they said. That's what they said.
Did they say that?
Yes, they sure did.
You know what I said in
Dynamic
a couple of years ago, Rand? And Gaz and I were talking about dynamic resolution for Forza Motorsport with ray tracing pre-show. But the Xbox One X, which is how much less powerful than the Series X? At least half? I mean, the processing is almost 4 times faster on the Series X. And that game runs at native 4K, high PC settings at 60 frames, no ray tracing. And I thought, why couldn't they actually get 4K 60 with ray tracing and then maybe a 120 hertz mode with baked in lighting? Like, I mean, looking at my replay, the stream gets so far behind, I was bashing myself in the head with a socket wrench. Are we going to get dynamic resolution, Rand, or are we going to get a locked resolution, like maybe 1440p with ray tracing? What do you think Turn 10's got figured out with this console?
I don't know. Who knows? Too early.
It's dynamic. 1,000,000,000% dynamic.
I wanted them to give me a breakdown of the single player career that they talked about at the very end, where they talked about the single player career. I hope so.
Yeah. Oh, and they have a whole hour. They have a whole hour.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Gonzo Samurai with the $5 super thank you says, Hi-Fi is live playing right now.
I know, that's what I'm waiting
Gaz, get
for.
mad and play that song because
I don't want you to demonetize you, but where's
well, you're probably
says, what's that?
Gonna get demonetized because that was a licensed song they played during Hi-Fi Rush.
Oh, was it?
Oh, yeah. Good show,
100%.
probably.
So when this show processes, Colt's gonna be hit with them copyright claims.
They're gonna take down my channel. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, we got Meat Puppet who says 7 out of 10 for the direct. When they say it out in a few months, they mean 2025. He really did write that.
A few months could be the whole year. We got games coming out a few months, guys. By the way, a few months can range from January to December. Thank you.
We're Xbox and we're changing the rules.
Yeah. No, I think it's great that I think it just not kills, but it really does settle a lot of narrative. The last week was really tumultuous for Xbox with what's happening with the layoffs and the flagship studio, ex-flagship studio just getting murked. Thank God for Bethesda, but it goes to show that some studios can manage themselves well. So we've got that kind of narrative, like the definitive one, just kind of dying a bit. Hopefully, Hi-Fi Rush is good. It looks good. In a few minutes, we'll play it. And I can't wait to play it. And I think it's just generally, B+ is great for Microsoft. It means we're going to be playing these games from now on until June.
I mean,
yeah, they needed an A, though. They've been so far out of it for 6 months. They needed an A show, but
the A has to be at E3. It has to be at E3. That has to be an A.
You know it's a good show when resident PlayStation fan Gaz gives it a B+. Right?
Exactly.
Because I hear you're PlayStation dude. Now
I am now, apparently, without playing PlayStation.
Have you performed your Xbox penance?
Oh my gosh! Did you go and kiss the floor at the E3 stage?
Yeah.
I don't know yet. I don't know, community. Have I been allowed yet?
Hey, Punty says, bro, you guys are pulling the same amount of viewers as IGN right now.
Ooh.
That's crazy.
That's what I always tell Code. I always tell him, and X and C's #1, baby. XNC's #1, and he always says no, not at all.
No,
I'm like,
Xbox 2 should be
I don't
changed.
know
You guys
about
should
that.
change your podcast name to the Xbox #1 podcast with Jez and Rand. And
not
the
true.
Jez and Rand Power Hour with occasional guests. Yeah.
Occasional.
Yeah, occasional. So I really want to know. I've got these questions. I guess we'll find out as people start playing Hi-Fi Rush about if there's online co-op. Somebody tell me if you're playing it right now while you're listening. Like, can you join someone's game? That would be over the top.
I mean, did they say? Was there any sort of hint that it would be?
They
didn't
showed
get that
3 other
impression.
characters or 2 other characters.
I thought
and
those were like characters within the game, though. Like those were like, oh, let me see, let's see.
it was kind of weird because they said cooperative play or cooperative something with the. Do you remember, guys? What you heard?
I'm not sure. I mean, they said like.
I mean, it says
they showed other characters, but
players must feel the rhythm to enhance Chai's actions, pulling off heavy beat hits at the end of the combo, like a cymbal crash, or syncing up with one of his allies for a devastating tag team finisher. I think it's going to be one of those things like Batman Arkham Knight, where like you just have an AI controlled character with you.
Okay.
And they kind of help you out. You can do attacks together. Like I'm reading the Newswire thing, and that doesn't seem to be any mention of co-op or anything.
Yeah, R.L.
So-
Stein and Petrin were saying those are single player supporting characters. So
yeah.
Okay.
Let's see how
you said while I was away off cam that MacBound showed us that it was actually you can pre-order and get additional characters for Redfall.
Yep, confirmed. It's there.
With
I was looking
different
at
abilities or something. Like, where can I
it.
see
Presumably. We can't see them, but they will. That's the intention. Post-game launch, you're going to get 2 different heroes. Obviously, you're going to get 2.
Oh, like
powers.
down the road,
says,
like.
Coda says, upgrade to the Bite Back edition to receive the Hero Pass with 2 future heroes, the throwback outfit pack with unique outfit and backpack for each of the 4 base heroes, inspired by their lives before Redfall, a laser beam, multi-weapon skin, and the tactical knife stake weapon attachment.
Nice.
So, yeah.
But if I get it on Game Pass, I can't get the Hero Edition on Game Pass.
You
Pass.
should be able to upgrade.
Do it,
You know?
Rand.
No.
Do it, guys.
Tom Henderson. Game Pass. Craig Jackson says that Tom Henderson tweeted that he's turned off by Redfall now. He said the gameplay looks clunky. Rad, did the gameplay look clunky to you? Because that looks the opposite to me.
No, it looked the opposite to me. People were saying it looks slow and everything, but it's like I think that the developers were intentionally playing the game slow so they could give it that like you can get a clearer look at everything. Because it's not going to play like that. But we'll just have to see when we can play it for ourselves on May 2nd, right?
May 2nd.
But the one thing that was dispelled during that game, it looks nothing like Back 4 Blood or Left 4 Dead.
Yep.
It's clearly, Far Cry-ish inspired, like a big open world. You can go do all these things, and there's enemies at certain points, and you can stealth depending on your character's abilities. But yeah, the worry about it being Back 4 Blood is gone. For people.
Yeah, and I can imagine you're like, it doesn't look like Call of Duty. It doesn't look like Call of Duty. Call of Duty has very frenetic, very fast-paced site acquisition, and the gunplay is like really fast. Your reload speeds are super quick to keep up with how the game is supposed to run in this pacing. It's a little bit different, but the gunplay definitely looks phenomenal. The guns look really highly detailed. You've got a wooden stake where the bayonet would go. There was some gun did you see that, Rand? There's like a gun that shoots like fire darts that will light up the, I don't know what those were. There was a flare gun, and then there was like
vampire specialist weapons. Yeah,
it was like an assault rifle with like fire missiles or something. I don't know what they were.
When you think about it, Xbox now has their very first first-party studio Japanese title.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. It's just quite big. Japanese studio, completely different genre. Like they're really branching out in the variety now. And this year you've got Redfall co-op shooter. You've got Hi-Fi Rush, which is whatever the hell it is, beat rhythm action game from a Japanese studio. You've got a racer, and then you've got a massive RPG space game. Like these are big. not counting all the third-party Game Pass games.
Yeah.
It's very, very strong. Depending on how they execute, we're in it for this year. Hi-Fi Rush was just, for me, it was such a good... See, the value of that is very high to me because obviously it's diverse, it's different. Shadow dropping shows to me confidence. Last time a big game a game that surprised me that was shadow dropped was Apex Legends. That game was like crack. I was addicted for ages. So I'm hoping Hi-Fi Rush looks really good. I can't wait. 71% internet that I have. 16 gig only. But let's see. I can't wait to do it.
Hey, Rand, midway through the show, somebody in the chat said, what in the heck is going on, Xbox? Get your stuff together. I can hear two guys talking.
It's because your clickbait title it just makes it sound like it's official. I need to learn from the master.
I mean, Code is getting paid by Xbox, didn't you hear? Paying them behind the scenes.
Yeah, they send me the scripts.
Yep,
They're like, hey, we're faxing you today's script. Redfall is not like Back for Blood. Okay, I'll do this.
Don't be upset at Forza coming later this year.
And then Tom Henderson gets one from Sony. He's like, downplay Black for Blood. Okay. Redfall, sorry. Okay. Yeah. I mean, what more can we talk about? There's a lot to cover. Finally, we get gameplay footage for our videos, boys, so we can actually do more than same CGI nonsense. There's so much just on this show.
I still have to milk that 8 minutes of Starfield footage so I can make my weekly post that Starfield is exclusive.
Yes. These roaches want my attention, yeah?
Oh, you remember the bars. I'm not going to do some charity
and
this time.
Space is on Friday? Ooh, what a week.
What's on Friday?
Dead Space.
Oh, Dead Space, yeah. I pre-ordered
Isn't it the same day as GoldenEye?
Yep.
No, but nobody's going to be playing GoldenEye.
Yeah, we'll play for 5 minutes, and then we'll go back to Dead Space.
People got so mad when I said that this morning. Like, you're gonna drop down the dam, shoot the guy on the toilet, go down the hall, and go, yeah. This isn't 1997, and this,
Bro, we got a new game to play tonight. We got a new game to play tonight. We got Hi-Fi Rush.
Oh, I just finished one yesterday, so I'm ready for something new.
You played a game from 2016, bro.
It's 2017, sir. 2017, sir. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. And then I was playing Mass Effect Andromeda, and then I load up Mass Effect 2, and I was like, the Asaris and the Turians all look like they're like real life. And then you go to Andromeda, it's like, yeah, it's just darn. Do you think Mass Effect 4 is really going to bring it, Randall Thor?
Better bring it. It better bring it.
It better bring it.
Is there any
BioWare?
Is there any last thoughts you guys have about the show that you want to say? I think we kind of covered most everything.
I think Microsoft. Well done. Sorry, Rand, you go.
Well, I was just say I could see why if you weren't a fan of some of these games that the show didn't appeal to you. But for me, I thought the presentation was impeccable. Hopefully, they use this moving forward. And I'd probably give it an A, a 9 or a 10. Right now, I sit at B+ simply because the Forza delay. Other than that, probably
I agree.
It's probably one of their best shows, like outside of E3, that they've better than any inside Xbox thing. Like I just like the idea of the developers talking about their games, and even when it was kind of like cringy stuff, it was at least like, okay, well, it's the devs, they're happy with their thing. It's totally different when you have some dude who's just a host reading off of cue cards or whatever. It just doesn't have the same feel. Like that at least felt right. So I'm really looking forward to future developer directs for, when you have a Starfield and you have a Hellblade and Avowed, like, when there's, I know Minecraft Legends is going to be a big game, but like the audience who would really be interested in Minecraft Legends isn't going to be one watching this live. So like when you actually have like the newer titles that everybody's waiting for, the Perfect Darks, the Fables, and the Indiana Joneses, right? Where like those, I'm already starting to think like those developer directs are going to be so interesting and so cool. So stick with this format, refine it a little bit if you need to. But
leave Elder Scrolls out. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, exceeded my expectations by quite a bit.
Okay, nice. Gaz, what do you have to say? Last thoughts.
Rand kind of smashed it out of the park there, nailed it hit the nail on the head. The same thing, same sentiment. It really did exceed expectations. This is the format. Don't butcher it. You got it right. Unlike the last year's showcase event, this one sets up a positive boon, because last year's showcase event, now with delays of potentially Starfield, then, or maybe Forza, but I doubt it. Well, it depends. I think that's sullied. But Rand is spot on. The future directs are where we get hyped, not just for E3, but for these directs. That really goes to show what these games at studios, for the exciting games, it's going to be Fable. It's going to be, and that's the format. And for the E3 show itself, borrow some of the ideas here. Less people on stage, back-to-back gameplay. Let the developers talk if you have to, but minimize that even, and then just have that back-to-back. So that format, great. Like Rand's spot on when you said it didn't feel like Minecraft was on the screen, and that means they've delivered a show in such a cadence that a game that we're really apathetic to just still appealed because we were still engaged. It did go by fast. Absolutely. Yeah. Well done. I think for me personally, I have a lot of confidence in the studios. Like these studios that showed off. They wasn't forced. I really like a big plus for a Japanese Xbox first party studio. Hopefully this game is good as it looks. I would vouch for them. I really want them to do well. And yeah, finally we got something. The floodgates will hopefully start to open. But well done. B+, same, whatever Rand said, I agree, because he's always right.
Not always right.
I want to say that having Forza delayed brought the show score down for me to a B+. The format, like you guys said, was really great. And the excitement from the developers and the way they conveyed the game was just really good. As they represented their games, it was so much better than a card-holding interviewer, like you said. As far as the Elder Scrolls thing, like that could be like a huge dip, but that's kind of like a 50-50 split on their audience. So that's kind of the thing the risk you have to take. As far as Starfield not being mentioned or anything, I think any amount of Starfield announcement inside of that event would have overshadowed everything they showed, because all eyes are like the Eye of Sauron is like on Starfield. Where is it? When's the next event? What's the release date? And if Xbox wanted to instill confidence by saying, we're going to show you Starfield soon, I think it might have overshadowed nearly everything they showed today. Hi-Fi Rush was an amazing surprise. I did not expect to like what I saw, and I loved what I saw, and I hope we all enjoy it. I had a really good time. Glad the show's over. I was super nervous going in because Xbox needs to deliver. Well done. They get a W. And hey, I'll let you know, audience, and we had a lot of people here, and right now we have 1,300 people watching the show. If you go on social media or in comment sections or wherever you kind of have your discussion and discourse online, people are going to give you a lot of flack about how the show didn't deliver. They're going to bring up whataboutisms like games that weren't supposed to be at the event. Be happy. I think we got some cool stuff, and Xbox is finally crawling out of this grave they've been into for what was it, Rand? It's been at least a year. They've been kind of like laying there. So Garuda Truda, thank you for the 5 Australian. Says format was great, but still 2 games were multi-plats. 1 didn't have a release date. A step in the right direction, but still not enough in my opinion. Elder Scrolls is a multi-plat. I forget about that. I mean, obviously. That's just kind of the situation you have to deal with some of those supported games. Thank you everybody for being here. I think we talked enough. We really appreciate it. Rand, thank you for coming and hanging out with me. I really appreciate it with Gaz and I. We had fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I always have fun talking to you guys. We need to get Gaz on more in parties super late. We do. You need to stay up really late to hang. Well, I
mean, I just need to rouse him out of bed, one of these times. But we'll do it. But Rand, tell everybody what you have going on for Xbox 2 this week and what's next.
Yeah, me and Jez got Xbox 2 coming on Friday. We were talking about, all the stuff that happened this week, including, our thoughts on the showcase. I don't know what Jez thought about it because he's busy doing stuff. I'm thinking I might make a video about it today. We'll see.
Okay.
So I might need to get a Colteastwood special. You know what I mean? But other than that, thank you for letting me on here, talking about some stuff, and glad to be. It was more positive than because I was curious because I come in here and Cole's gonna be like, everything's bad. What the heck is going on? And
yeah,
you know how
I
Cole
know.
can get. You know how Cole can get.
I'm afraid. I'm scared.
Let's get on party chat after this and play Hi-Fi Rush. Mine's installed.
Yeah. I want to. Yeah, I definitely want to. I've got a bunch of I can't wait to play that.
YouTube.com/RandallThor19, by the way.
Yes, follow Rand. I'll have to throw your description and your stuff in the description. Danny Pash Official says, "Read my super. Gaz the pony that likes Xbox." A Kung Fu Hot Dog. So one more thing. Evening Fine Gents. Hi-Fi Rush has me smitten. Sunset Overdrive still my GOAT game on Xbox, and we got a $7 Canadian from Moya Kong who just sent the money to just be cool. We really appreciate everybody.
Thank you so much for the support, man.
Yeah, thank you everybody. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna download Hi-Fi Rush. I couldn't download it while the stream's going. Oh, finally, let's play some games. We're out of here. Say it, guys.
Rand's naked again. He's probably even naked.
I mean, bro, you ain't wrong. I only got. I'm Porky Pigging it, Donald Ducking it right now.
Oh my gosh! I gotta hit this stream. All right, thanks everybody. Hit the like on the way out. It's for the